What's going down, Facebook? I hope everybody's doing well. We're having a little technical difficulty, but we're working through it. I hope everybody's doing well today. Well, tonight, excuse me. But I think we got it rolling. I don't know my streaming platform for some reason didn't want to share it to my own personal page, but we got it, man. I shared it over from the Word is Yours page. So, man, we got a great podcast. I'm excited. This is episode number 10, and I'm happy to have one of the biggest voices from here in the city of Houston, Texas itself, Mr. Chris Q from the Powerhouse Adviso and Grupo Fico. How you doing, brother? Glad to have you here, man. Glad to have you here. It's an honor and a privilege for me to have you here. A guest of your caliber, should I say.
I appreciate you. I'm always glad to be in your presence. You're always a real positive person, man. So it's always good to talk music with you. So I was always looking forward to doing this, man.
Yeah, brother. I appreciate it. I remember when I first asked you about it, you were like, hey, bro, just sign me up a day. So
say less.
I got you, bro. Yeah. So look, man, we'll hit him with the intro and we'll get started on the podcast, man. Here we go. Podcast episode, Mundo Podcast episode 10.
The world is yours. You can hold it in your hand. The world is yours to control and command. Yo, I'm the master of my own destiny. That's right, and I ain't worried about your weaponry. I mean especially the world. Yeah, this world belong to everybody.
All right, here we go, man. We're in the house with the very special guest on the Mundo Podcast episode 10, Mr. Chris Q, man. Like I said, we just chopped it up a little bit. I'm glad that you're here, and I'm excited to get into the story, man, of the man, the myth, the Qie.
Yeah,
Chris Q, man.
I'll be answering some questions. Pretty much anything I feel like answering, whatever But everything's an open book tonight. We'll just go ahead and talk about it out right now.
Yeah, bro. That's good, man. That's good, man. So we're getting people coming in. Like I said, I had a little technical difficulty on my own personal Facebook, which is my biggest platform. The streaming service was saying,
did we overload it, man?
I think
we overloaded it, baby. I was pushing it too. Maybe
like they say, man, the haters was working behind the scenes. I think that's what it. No, I'm joking.
Or maybe it's a positive thing. There was too many people.
There was too many. Yeah, the flood in the market. But nah, it's all good, bro. Like I said, we worked around it. We got it up and running. We got guests. We got Jennifer in the building. Appreciate you tuning in, Jennifer.
All right.
And then I gotta wait for my phone to get caught up with me, but we'll get there, man. So, Chris, how you been, man? I know you've been busy with Aviso and with Grupo Fico, bro. How you been personally? Good? Everything's good?
Doing good, man. Just trying to make sure we get we're working on some recordings with Aviso right now, and Fico is wanting to put together some material to record, and we've gotten some real generous stuff from some good friends, you and a lot of other people about the stuff that we can start working on.
Yeah, bro.
Trying to get it recorded, trying to get it organized as far as music goes and all that. But there's a lot going on with Aviso. Of course, Aviso always stays busy. There's always plans for new music. Ralph Garcia is always recording something. Right now we've recorded some stuff for the Tejano Legends CD that he puts out too. So he gets he uses all of us, his whole collection, put something together for us all, and he's got me doing some stuff there, like this cumbia. And there's of course the projects that Aviso's putting out. Robert's always thinking of music for us to record, so there's always something new for us to do, something new for us to attack and see how we're going to put out there. But it's a lot of fun staying busy with that. It's been more than enough for now.
Yeah, bro. And I know you're busy fronting two different bands, you know what I mean? And I know we had talked before when I first seen you with JR and Grupo Fico, and I was like, man, that boy Chris is getting out there, man. But
that's always been inside me, like conjunto music. My dad was a conjunto musician with Nick Villarreal. He played bass, for years with him. So that's kind of always been programmed into me. I've always loved it. So that's always had a soft spot for me. I like doing it, but Aviso, I've always been like super challenged.
Yes.
On on what to the max of my abilities here. He's gonna take it. Robert's gonna take that, the max of my abilities on this song,
Yeah.
he's gonna take that too. He is always wanting me to do what I think I can't do,
Yeah.
and do it anytime he wants me to.
Yeah, bro.
So, and I like that because that's a challenge. You know,
Exactly.
it's
I was
like
about to say that.
any
Yeah.
team
Yeah.
like that you work with, you know, you expect your players to do what they signed on to do and to the best of their ability.
Yeah.
You know, so
he's like the point guard or the
Bro,
quarterback.
he's
He's getting
the
everybody
quarterback.
in their position and
Yeah.
set up. So
I give him all the credit for that, man. He definitely keeps everybody in line as far as what he wants. He's got a standard for his musicians with
Yeah.
Aviso. I mean, they're all really great musicians.
hey, bro, and you know, y'all almost should be the orquestero. How you say orchestra?
Yeah,
Orquesta Aviso, because like when you see him on stage, there's about the Wu-Tang Clan up there, bro.
But that sound, you can't
Of course.
replicate that with just keyboards, even though we have keyboards. You
Yeah.
know, the horns, I mean, they just add a depth to the sound that,
Exactly.
you know, a lot of people still love, you know. So I give them credit for being awesome all the time,
bro.
all
Yeah,
the time.
bro.
And he keeps, you know, real tight rein on you know what he expects from them. You know, Tori Trevino, the sax player, just got honored at the Down Legends also. And I mean, but he's been around doing so many good things with a lot of bands.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a great musician too. You know, and local, you know, from here with us. You know, so I mean, there's so many local talent, you know, that we've had here in Houston for years, you know, that are still grinding, still doing it, still trying, you know, still trying to put down something that is going to be remembered when they're gone.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's the passion, bro. That's what we have in our hearts for it. You know?
And I mean, I'm not just saying it because you're here, bro, but you could see it, you could feel it when y'all perform, you know, with the Aviso, you know, it's like,
yeah, but the horn players, their veins bulging out of their skull. Nah,
they get the David Gillespie cheek up.
Yeah, bro. They do.
But you could see and you could feel that experience. Like I was telling you, you know, we were talking before we went on air, you know, and we're gonna get into his whole story. You know, we're just getting going, but you know, like I love how you sing, bro. You know, you have the passion and mismo. Like I don't know what to explain it, bro. It's like
that's all real deal pain.
Yeah, bro.
I feel all those songs now. You know, I have lived long enough that all those songs now mean something to me.
Yeah, bro.
Because they, you know, when I started doing this stuff, you know, I was like, man, I was chaval. I didn't know nothing about this kind of love, about this kind of hurt, about this kind of tristeza, you know. Now I do. I've lived a little bit. I know what it feels like. I've experienced things on my own, aside from, you know, my family, my friends, you know, and all that. So, you know, a lot of these songs mean something. So singing it and just imagining somebody out there is going to connect with it.
Yeah.
Somebody, maybe not everybody, but somebody out there is going to feel you and know what you're trying to deliver to them and take it right here.
Exactly.
And when I get off stage, there's that 1, 2, 3 people that
come up to you
and grab me, boom, and they pull me in close, and they're like, "I mijo, this and that, whatever." You know,
that's what feels good, though,
it
bro.
Feels good because I know I did what I was supposed to do.
Exactly, bro. And as an entertainer and a musician, an actor, you know, a wrestler or whatever, like that's what we're supposed to do. You know, is let people enjoy themselves through our artistry. You know what I mean? And as a promoter, you know, I'm the first one to know, like, a lot of people didn't show up that day. And that hurts me because, like, every band that I know and I deal with and I talk with and I book events with, I know they're good. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, I'm dying for people to hear this. You know what I mean? And all we're doing is selling time, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what the most valuable currency is in everybody's life. You know, the time away from their kids' work, and they're choosing to come spend time with us. You know, we're going to occupy that time with memories that hopefully will last a lifetime, you know? So let's give some shout outs, man. We got Jennifer. We got my good friend, Jose. Appreciate you tuning in. We got my other friend, Jose Almas from West Texas, man. I always say the 55-year-old, 30-year-old Mexican, man. My little boy, Jose, my good friend out there, man. We got Moses tuning in. Appreciate it. Ricky the Rock, man. Appreciate you, Ricky Perez. DJ from here in Houston, man. Ricky the Rock, appreciate you tuning in. We got Roy Mesa, man, from Mesa Promotions. Appreciate you, Roy. We got Alton Hector, appreciate you tuning in, Hector. We got my brother Sean, my little brother Sean, appreciate you tuning in. And also the official Tejano D. Saludos to you, man.
Up,
appreciate you tuning in. Like I said, we were having a little technical difficulty on Facebook. It won't for some reason won't allow me to
it's overloaded, man.
It won't allow me to post to my page. So I had to bridge it over. You know, we broadcast on multiple channels. I had to bridge one of the channels over to my page. But see, bro, I had to get all dressed up for you, man. I said, everybody.
I was glad when I saw you come out. I saw you like that. I was like, all right, okay, that feels good.
Yeah,
glad,
bro.
You know,
most of the time,
this is how I know you.
Yes,
this is how I know
and it's funny, bro, because like here lately, I want it to be a little intimate. You know, people are like, man, it's a little dark and you're close to. But that's how I want, because what I envision my podcast is just like you and I shooting the shit, having a drink, and just talking.
Yeah.
And the camera just happens to be on.
We're sitting at a bar.
Yes, and just talking, bro.
Yeah.
And the camera happens to be on. Like I've had a couple of friends of mine that played in the NFL. I've had some rappers. I had Rick Mancha from the H-Town Bad Boys. My friend A1 from the CEO A1, you know, and every time after the show, everybody's like, man, I like your show, man, because people always tell the story. They like to hear the story, you know what I mean? And like, for example, yourself, you've been doing the music a long time and stuff like that. So a lot of people may know you as Chris Q, but don't really know the man behind the Chris Q, you know what I mean? So it's always good to give the audience, you know, a little peek in the inside of who you really are, what makes you really are, man. So let's play a song, and then we'll get started on your history and background, man.
All right.
So this one here I like a lot, man. Quisiera de Ti. It's Alviso featuring Chris Q, man. When was this one recorded, Chris?
Man, you know what? For that kind of question, I always look at Robert. He's I ain't gonna lie, he's a little bit older than me, but I have my memory's still worse than his.
Yeah, so y'all just put this one out in 2023, in April 28, 2023.
That's the advantages of being behind the computer.
Exactly,
right
bro.
See,
Got the
don't rely on my memory, because
but man, I like this one a lot. Now my damn the other one's not working right, but it's all right, man. We'll get it there. So y'all take a listen to this one. Let me know how we sound.
Quiero decir que eres toda mi felicidad, eres la dueña de mi corazón y cada día te quiero más. ¿Qué será de ti? Que me tienes loco por tu amor. Porque cuando yo no estoy a tu lado, vida me hace un dolor. Porque te quiero yo, porque me quieres tú. Es tan difícil no poder lograr nuestro cariño. Porque me quieres, porque te quiero yo, porque eres para mí, feliz estoy. Quiero decir, eres toda mi felicidad, eres la dueña de mi corazón y cada día te quiero más. ¿Qué será de ti? Que me tienes loco por tu amor. cuando yo no estoy a tu lado, vida mía siento un dolor, porque te quiero yo, porque me quieres tú. Es tan difícil no poder lograr nuestro cariño.
All right, man. That was Aviso, the powerhouse Aviso with Chris Q on the vocals there, man. Give a few more shout outs. We got my boy Rick Sanchez from the Pasadena Cantina. Shout out to my good friend Rick Sanchez, man. Appreciate you tuning in. We got everybody on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. We're everywhere today, bro. We're everywhere besides my own Facebook page, because you know Facebook is acting up with me today. I don't know.
They're back on you for the
yeah, I know, man. My biggest show, man. The one I was wanting to do best on, but it's all good, man. We make it happen, bro.
Some kind of conspiracy going on.
That's the right thing, bro. That's the right thing, man. But you know, we're Mexicans, not Mexicans.
Yeah, let's keep doing it. Let's keep doing it.
So yeah, we got people tuning in with us, people vibing with us. Sorry if I'm a little late. Get into your comments. Like I said, I got to do a few little bridging to get back. So if you got a question, though, post it in the comments, man. You want to ask Chris, and we'll get it answered. So, Chris, man, let's get into it, bro. Where were you born and raised at?
Houston, Texas, man. Houston, Texas. I was born and raised. I went to school here, not far from downtown, maybe 5 minutes away from downtown. Was zoned to Wheatley, but I got into the band program at Milby. So ended changing directions.
Yeah,
which was probably for the best for me, because I was probably gonna do a little worse over there.
Well, somebody said if you went to Wheatley, you would have probably been a rapper. And you would have been Chris Q, the rapper,
or Rapid Presence.
Rapping tamales.
Rapping tamales, baby. Yeah, that makes more sense. But it helped me. Being at Milby, I really started changing direction as far as musically. I wanted to do more with it. My dad was a musician years ago, and he was still, while I was growing up. But I never considered it something that I wanted to do until I realized maybe I got some talent at this. I started enjoying doing different things, playing different instruments, and then singing. Singing was the kind of last thing I started doing, and I enjoy it. I enjoy singing. I like giving of myself in that way when I'm on stage. You know what I mean? Playing an instrument.
No, you're right.
It feels like you're behind something.
Yes.
You can deliver your sound, but when you're singing, you're
really
naked
up there on the stage.
Yeah, bro. That's todo Chile. You're right there. Everything is right there for everybody to criticize.
Yeah.
Like or not like, you have nothing to hide behind.
Exactly, bro.
So, I think it does take a lot of, to be able to do that. But I enjoy it. I still do enjoy it. I like being in front of people. I like doing the performing with Aviso. It's a totally different set of music, a style of music. But I also like the conjunto stuff with people.
Yeah.
But it's all just being out there. I guess you just kind of start getting like that and feeling you enjoy what you get back from the crowd by delivering a good show. And to me, it doesn't matter whether it's a big crowd or a small crowd. I do my best all the time, and I try to make them feel like it was worth it to come out here and see this, and not they didn't get shortchanged.
No, and I can attest to that. You know what I mean? And
we've been in situations. We do
the best that we can do, and sometimes we take a calculated shot and we miss.
But you got to look pretty doing it.
But hey, that's what I would always tell Rick. Like, hey, man, you control the narrative. That's the great thing with social media. We get pictures that we need for social media, get some videos, and you grow with it, bro. So I don't ever try to take a loss. I always take lessons, right?
And I always take it as I tell the guys, this is your opportunity. Tighten up what you can. Now you don't have all these people dancing to focus on. You ain't got nothing to focus on but yourself. So let's get it right. So it happens, but still, I've been in those situations with bands before. Where it's not that great of a night, but you just got to keep pushing. You got to keep doing. And I love what I do. I love entertaining.
Yeah.
So whether it be just for us, because there's times when I'm performing for the band. Yeah. Like I'm going to do a song, and I know I have it in my heart and my mind that I'm about to do this song a little bit different and try to get the band to notice.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But notice in a good way.
Exactly.
Because I've done it a lot of times where I've gotten to notice in a bad way.
Yeah.
And Ralph can attest to that. There's been a lot of times when, man, I'm like, boy, it's been a little bit too many sauce cups. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
so Ralph walking around like James Brown, he reminds you,
no,
hey, that's $10.
He was shaking his head at me. Yeah, I don't even look his way. If I was back in those days, I wouldn't even look his way because I knew I was gonna get a look.
Yeah, bro.
So I just keep on dancing like a fool.
Yeah,
and doing my thing. But things have changed over the years. I've been with the band for like God, I don't know what 20-some years now.
Wow, man.
It seems like because when I got with them, I was young still, bro.
Yeah,
I still had no hair. I mean, I still had some. No, I did have hair. I don't remember, but something like that. But it's been a long journey with them, that it's and it's been a pleasure because the music that we produce that's come out of that band, has been awesome. Robert has access to some of the greatest musicians. Robert Dorantes, the greatest musicians that he can get to work projects with us, to do collaborations with us. So it's really a pleasure and an honor to be on some of the stuff that's going to be left behind. To because that's ultimately that's it. I mean, we're not getting rich off of this stuff, but we're leaving behind some quality material that that is not easy to replicate, that is not what bands kind of are just can just spit out over a weekend. So that's really good. And I want to do the same thing with FICO. I want to really work on some stuff and put out some stuff that's really nice, for everybody. And it's not easy, but we're gonna keep working on it.
So we got some shout out to my cousin Marie. Appreciate you tuning in. Shout out to my boy Joaquin Chavez. Appreciate you tuning in, Joaquin. We need to get you here, man. Get you back on our show in Houston.
Joaquin,
get you here, man.
Joaquin,
we got Pancho Lopez. Appreciate you tuning in. We got a lot of people on TikTok. We appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Maybe the government's gonna shut down TikTok, so I don't know how much longer I can broadcast.
Oh, that's right. But, I heard about that. Yeah.
So they said that when you was in Milby that you tried out to be in that movie, My Best Friend's a Vampire, but you didn't make it.
No, not that.
They said you were at Rice's Chicken,
right.
And they needed you to audition.
Extra,
yeah. And
elbows deep as the chicken.
They didn't find you, but man, you know about Rice's Chicken, bro.
I know.
Rice's Chicken right across the street, bro.
That was awesome. I remember all that.
You may find a cucaracha every now and then, but hey, it's worth it for the price.
Yeah, it was.
Shit.
It was. Especially when you're on a budget, man.
That's the Magnolia, I got my studio on the north side, and they got Chimichan's, so it's like the southeast side of Chimichan's. Yeah, the wings and rice, bro. $5.96. What a glass of Kool-Aid, bro. You never can go wrong with that, bro.
See, you got to be from Houston to know about that.
Yeah, man. Wings and rice and Kool-Aid, bro. I was just telling a friend of mine the other day, like growing up here in Houston, it's like almost no other place on earth, bro, because we grow up such a melting pot and melter of cultures, right? Because of course there's the majority Hispanic people here, but then we also have, the white, the black, the Indian, I don't mean Native American, but Indian from India, and then we have Vietnamese, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like if you're from Houston, you know a little bit about and then we have a lot of people from the island. Shout out to my Caribbean people, from St. Lucia and St. Croix, and a little bit from Jamaica, but mostly
you got friends from Jamaica,
bro. I'm internationally known, man.
Oh wow!
But St. Croix is my second home, bro. I lived in the islands, man.
Okay.
Shout out to Dominican Republic, my beautiful wife and all my family and all my friends.
I'll go visit y'all.
Yeah, you got to, man. Get you a gig out there, bro.
Yeah.
Get you a gig out there, man. Shout out to everybody from the DR, the Republic Dominicana, coño. Shout out to everybody, man. So growing up, you said your dad was a musician and things like that. What was some of the kind of the music you were listening to during that time growing up?
Man, I was listening to rock, rap. Because I grew up just like 5 minutes from downtown Houston. I grew up in 5th Ward. I was listening to what everybody else was listening to around me. So it's my dad had that Spanish music. My grandma had the Spanish music, what they had listened in the house. And as early as I can remember, I was always looking for ways to get out of the house. I was gonna go play football, basketball, whatever. And the neighborhood I lived in was 5th Ward. So I would hear the radio playing at my friend's house. It was some kind of soul music. It was some kind of this and that. So I started hearing that stuff, you know, and it just kind of started creeping into the music that I like too.
But
it's always everything's influenced.
You know, you could tell though. You know, you got a very soulful voice. You know what I mean, and to do it in the Tejano style. Yeah. You know, to me, it's. I mean, you can see it in my wall here in my studio. I got the Temptations.
Yeah,
you know, I love 70s Motown and
me too.
You know, the 60s. I love every genre of music.
I love that before Tejano music. You know, I listened to everything from like what is it, Lionel Richie and all those guys. You know, that stuff. You know, that I like that kind of stuff.
No,
Stevie Wonder and all that. You know what I mean? But so Tejano music, I didn't really get into till later because that was my dad's music, that was my grandma's music, you know, and eventually, you know, these guys started saying, "Well, listen to this, you know." So I think that's kind of like almost a little bit of an advantage that I'm not programmed in that way. That I don't know all the songs the way they know.
Yes,
some of these songs I'm hearing for the first time.
Yeah,
and these guys can't believe still at my age.
Never heard this.
You've never heard this song? No, I've never heard it.
Yeah,
but let me hear it, and I only want to hear it a few times, and then I want to do it my way.
Yeah, that's talent, bro. Because as a human and as our instinct as humans, right? When we journey off into the unknown, we always want a guideline. We want something that we can feel as we're walking and we can't see our steps. And as you said, as a singer, you're out there by yourself. Yeah. Nobody wants to get on that stage and oh shit, I gotta do this by myself now.
But I get it wrong. That's badass. I get it wrong a lot because I'll go into the studio and Ralph will tell me, "No, you're not singing that right." You know, that's happened before.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie and say that I do everything right, but I do it as best as I can. Is what I try. I do like the guidance, but sometimes I still push against it, and I'm like, no, I think I'd rather do this.
But that's what I like from you, bro, because you do it your way.
I end up doing it my way,
and to me, it's badass, bro. Like,
appreciate
the uniqueness of what you do, and like I was telling you earlier, you sound pretty fucking good doing it. I mean, it's like, hey, bro, keep going. Because there's some people that go off a little tangent. Push him back, get him back in the line.
The thing I want to make sure that I always keep consistent in anything that I record is that it's melodic.
Yeah,
it has a good melody. That it doesn't sound like it hurts me to sing it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I don't want to put anything out there that sounds like, damn, he's struggling.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I'd rather not. I'd rather not. Don't record that or sing it differently or whatever. But. And I want it to sound good. I want it to sound effortless. I want it to even be able to deliver a feeling, when I sing it. If I can take you somewhere with the song, with the lyrics and the way I sing it, that's mission accomplished.
Hell
right
yeah, man.
That's what I
give a few more shout outs. Shout out to my boy Paul Chavez, DJ Vato Loco in the building. Appreciate you tuning in, Paul. And then to my beautiful mom Dora. So speaking of my mom Dora here, appreciate you tuning in, Mom. Like me growing up, like I was telling you earlier, my parents are young. My parents are basically in the same generation as me.
That's crazy, man.
Like growing up, my dad listened to all the oldies. Like the oldie station then was doo-wop music here.
Yeah.
So I listened to like doo-wop with my dad, classic rock, and folk music and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom listened to country and Tejano and conjunto music.
That's awesome.
And then when they were together, they were both in their 20s at the time. When I was a little boy, they listened to like the 80s because that was like the nowadays station. Madonna, Tears for Fears, Lionel Richie.
That too.
Yeah, so like we got a mixture of everything, bro. And then
everything.
Growing up, rap was just taking off, and the Two Life Crew, and Tone Loc, and stuff like that. Young MC and Bust the Move and all those kind of songs. MC Hammer, all that was coming out. Yeah. So, bro, it was like
that had to be fun to grow up.
It is, bro, because like I was telling my mom, I love you too, Mom. Growing up with my mom, when you were a kid, you can't change the radio station or the channel. You can't tell her, hey, I'm done. There was no personal earphones and earbuds and.
I grew up with my grandma. She was listening to this AM station, and I couldn't stand listening to that stuff. But I mean, it programmed itself into you somehow. It didn't have at that time. It didn't talk to me.
Yes,
but I found out in later years. Now
Yes.
I can recall that.
Yeah.
And I can recall, like, I wish I was there in that moment to sing to my grandma.
Yeah, bro.
That song that's on the radio.
Yeah, man.
In her little AM radio.
Yeah.
I wish I could sing that to her right now. I wish she could hear me and how I do it.
Yeah, bro.
And
that would be special.
And, you know, I don't think I can make it to the whole song.
Yeah.
It makes me want to cry just thinking about it now.
Yeah.
You know, but if I could do that, because she loved these things, she loved this music, she loved, you know, and I wish I was able to give that back and show her what I've done.
Yeah, bro.
Now,
and that's
even my dad, you know.
Yeah, that's something special, you know, and I believe that they're never gone from us, you know. They're always watching in on you, you know, and
that's what keeps motivating us.
And I'm sure they see it, you know, and they're proud of you and they're happy for it. And I'm not just saying that because I do believe in that, you know, a lot, man. And like myself, I'm at work sometimes and I got 80s music going, and here Isaac, I'm tatted up, a big man, you know what I mean? And then I got Careless Whisper or fucking We Got the Beat by the Go-Go's, you know, because I just have it like on an 80s mix or Take On Me, you know. Yeah. And somebody walks by my office like, what you listening to, bro?
Tell me about my 5-year-old granddaughter. 5-year-old granddaughter was singing what is it? Sweet Dreams and
the rhythms.
She was singing that.
That's crazy.
I was like, what are you singing? He knew how to sing. She had the lyrics already.
Wow, man, that's
I was like that. That's just way.
So like I tell people, like I grew up in a small house with a lot of brothers, so I gotta have like calamity. I gotta have noise going on, so I don't feel right. So I don't like sitting in my office. Yes, when I'm like doing like a bid or reviewing quotes or procedures or something, and it requires my attention. I can't focus when it's quiet, bro. Yeah. I get paranoid, you know, because I feel like something's wrong. Because growing up, you was never quiet unless something happened or something's going on, you know?
Yeah.
So like I have the music playing, and you know, growing up in the 80s and listening to the music, that's a comfort music to me. It makes me feel happy. It makes me feel peaceful inside, because it reminds me of a time when I was young and I didn't have a care in the world. Yeah. A care in the world. That's a tongue twister there. So, you know, like I listen to it a lot, and then 70s music, classic rock, you know, and just it puts me in a good zone, you know. And that's why I like listening to it a lot, bro.
That's good. And you have your different moods, different, you know, things you can listen to. Put you in your different zones, you know what I mean? Whatever it may be. I've always been like that. I'm not just about one particular kind of music.
Yeah.
But I have different moods that I'm feeling, you know, different things, you know, that I'll listen to when I'm trying to feel a certain way or whatever, you know.
Yeah, bro. I thought I got all my moves listening to James Ingram and Jeffrey Osborne and Ready for the World and all the 80s love songs. Boy, you thought he was a pimp, boy.
Yeah.
Trying to spit game, man, back in the day, bro. But
that worked, man.
Hey,
you know,
man,
it worked. It worked. It made you a little more sly.
Can't be scared, bro.
Can't be scared.
You're scared, sit on the bus, bro. Shout out to my comadre Eleni. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Shout out to my boy Young Bill Rap Sumo. Appreciate you tuning in with us, man. If y'all got a question, like I said, man, type in the comments and let me know. So, you know, your musical taste came from the environment in Houston and growing up and things. And then what is your like first Tejano song that you can remember that you were like, hey, I really like that one?
I think it was the stuff I started hearing by Latin Breed,
you
know, because there was songs when I was younger too, like, you know, these little these things that I would hear from Los Tigres del Norte every once in a while, you know, those certain songs that stuck with you or whatever. But when I heard stuff that I wanted to do, that I wanted to sing to, it was that.
Yeah, man.
It was that level of stuff. It was that you know, David Mares quality, that Jay quality, that Emilio quality, that were those guys were like, they were not just part of a group. They stood out.
Yes.
They had something different, you know, so that's what I wanted to do, something, and I wanted to, you know, kind of be part of that, you know, so that's what I tried to do.
When I would hear Latin Breed, it brings back bad memories. That means it's time to clean up.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's what mom says all the way, Latin Breed. But like when you start hearing the Latin Breed and the Little Joe shit.
Yeah, Little Joe. That's
early in the morning, you know, it's time to clean up on a Saturday or Sunday, you know.
Yeah,
it's time to clean up the house. But like you were saying, you know, I didn't grow up speaking Spanish. I learned to speak Spanish later on in life. And I read, write, and speak Spanish, and I was telling my mom, going back and listening to, like Conjunto and Tejano music.
Mhm.
I was like, God damn, why didn't you tell me these are like the most saddest songs
They
you ever
are.
heard in your life, bro?
They are. To
Jump
me,
off a bridge already.
Conjunto is like country music.
Yes, yeah.
It has the same spirits of country music.
The same ideology of it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Your dog got lost, they left you, you lost everything, you're down and out, you're hurt, you're broke,
you're
all the above.
You're drunk, you're in jail. So I mean, I know it's exactly like that. So that's what I kind of like. I hear that in a lot of songs, and I kind of tell myself I don't want to report stuff like that.
Yeah, bro.
I want to be a little bit more positive. I want to do some stuff that's a little bit more. But of course, I love a good love song. I love to deliver that. I love to. I really love a lot. I mean, the whole when we do them, with Aviso, even like and whenever I sing slow songs in general, I get this different mindset. I calm down, slow down, and I focus, on the voice, on everything. I just literally just stand there, and I enjoy that because that's another thing that kind of when you strip all the instruments away, when you're doing a slow song, it's like you kind of like everything kind of goes to the side. They're playing, but they're kind of like a little stripped to the side. Yeah, bro. And you're just letting you're just letting it all hang out. So I like to do that because it kind of tells me where you at. Yeah. What you feeling? What can you deliver now? This is your chance, like the spotlight, speech. What can you do?
Lighting, spotlight to me, please.
Boom. Yeah. So that's when I'm like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah, bro.
It excites me.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's always been like that. I enjoy it. So, I think I'm blessed that I've been able to enjoy it so far.
Yeah, bro. And it's funny that even some of the hold on, we got a refill.
Oh, nice.
We got the pit stop, the pit crew coming in. But I was laughing because like even some of our like love songs that they're out there in the Conjunto and Tejano industry, especially in the Conjunto, like you were saying. They all sound sad even though when you listen to it, or like Ramon Ayala, the Amor Interno,
Right.
Like it sounds like he's drunk off tequila, like just love.
Because I think females buy more CDs.
Yes.
So you got to sing for that.
Yeah. But man, and as a person that writes music, that song really don't have a lot of lyrics because of how their style was, it's the but man, if you really break down lyric for lyric, man, it's a beautiful song, bro. It's a really, really beautiful song.
When you can be brief and still deliver a good message in a short song, I mean that's awesome. That takes talent to do that as well.
And then I like I said, I grew up listening to Conjunto and Tejano, but I didn't speak Spanish. So outside of like Conjunto and Tejano, Menudo, Gloria Estefan. I really didn't listen to a lot of Spanish music growing up, you know what I mean? Just because my parents are Chicanos, my grandparents are born in Texas. My dad, all my mom and dad were born in Houston. My grandpa was born in Houston. Yeah. All my family's from Houston. My mom's family, my grandpa was born in Fafurias. My grandma was born in Corpus. Their parents are born in Kingsville. So like we're really, really, really
I feel you though,
Americanized.
When I was a kid, I avoided Spanish and that music like I used to avoid taking a bath. So I know what you're talking about. I didn't want to really listen to it. My dad would try to show me some stuff.
Yeah,
I was like the complete opposite of what the Selena movie represented. When I was like, nah, I didn't want to learn it. I didn't want to mess with it, But he did give me my first saxophone.
Yeah,
he taught me some songs on the sax because he used to be a sax player.
Wow, man,
that got me interested because I'm like, okay, so he's not giving me a bass. He's not making me play Spanish music.
Yeah.
But he knew what he was doing. He was just said like that little taste of it.
Yeah.
Because once I started playing the sax, I really wanted to sound good. I wanted to play good.
Yeah, bro.
I wanted to do things better than other people. They give you a desire.
Yeah.
That you didn't know you had. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I like playing sports too, and doing all that. But music just satisfied me more.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So I always that bug once it bites you, just as any type of entertainer, any type of of a public person, anybody that likes to share things with someone like you do and do this.
Yeah.
This is something infectious that stays with you, that you like to continue delivering. So, I mean, it's great. It's great.
And like now that I grow up, I speak Spanish and things like that, and to hear, like I list my taste is opened up a little bit more into like outside of Conjunto Tejano, Gloria Estefan, and like Menudo, like you couldn't have been Latino if you didn't support Gloria Estefan or Menudo back in the day. Shit, Menudo even came out on Ricky Schroeder, bro, on Silver Spoon, and he was like, "We got Grupo Menudo." I'm in a little sidebar, but growing up, I used to like Slash a lot because I thought he was Mexican. I didn't know Slash from Guns N' Roses was the original light skin.
I still like Slash.
I mean, I still love him too,
but he's not Mexican.
No, his dad is Jewish and his mom's black. So he was the original light skin. He was light skinned before light skins were cool, bro.
That is crazy.
And I always thought he was Mexican, bro.
Yeah, I always thought he was too.
Because he was like the coolest dude ever to me.
Yeah.
He looked like a vampire from the Lost Boys.
But you could never really see
bro.
His hair,
Man, that dude was like the best to me back growing up. But now that I speak Spanish and I write music and to hear a lot of songs are retreads, you know what I mean? And it's done tastefully and they're beautiful songs, but then to hear like go back and you find the original by chance, you know what I mean? And then to hear like the old version of it, I enjoy that now, bro. And it's weird because it's like you said earlier, it's brand new to me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't grow up listening to it. For example, like Cali Carranza, his nephew Ruben he is a good friend of mine. We were working together, and we were in the Virgin Islands in St. Croix, and I made a disc, like a CD back in and I had like all my CDs, and I made like mixes, Tejano mix, Conjunto mix. So we were in the car one day, and I was listening because he's from South Texas, so I had the Tejano one, and the Cali Carranza song came on. Esto es más linda, and then he was like, "Man, that's my uncle." I said, "Bro, that ain't your uncle, bro." He's like, "Bro, it's my uncle." He's like, "My last name's Carranza," and I was like, "I know your last name's Carranza, but that's not your uncle." And he's like, "Bro, look, we went to YouTube. His dad's in the band, his brother's in the band, his cousins, and they all look alike." So it was like, he's like, "Look, that's me in the video. That's me." I said, "Oh shit!" But I came across the original version of that from Leo Dan.
Yeah.
And it's weird that I gotta look up what Leo Dan. He's Hispanic because he sings in Spanish. I don't know if he's Puerto Rican, Mexican, Cuban, what he is, Argentinian or something. But a lot of his songs are covered that I'm sure he wrote, that other people in El La Luna. That's one of the songs that that's his song that and you could see where Cali got the inspiration for it, and then jazzed it up a little bit, and did the little dance on the beach and put the keyboards and all that to it. But even in like bachata, man, a lot of bachata artists get a lot of inspiration from Mexican artists and stuff like that, man. Like Anthony Santos is one of the biggest bachateros of all time, and he has at least 3 Juan Gabriel songs, even Juan Gabriel himself, like I didn't grow up listening to that music, but now as a grown man, I will sit here and lie to you and say if dirt never got in my eye listening to Así Fue before, dog. Yeah. And I even had to do the hand like
you know a little bit more than you should.
But that was like, you got too much vodka in you.
Yeah.
You're somewhere by yourself.
No, don't drink vodka anymore.
Don't drink vodka when you're sad.
No more. Oh my God. But I know a lot of that stuff, like I said, you didn't listen to maybe at a certain time, but it was getting programmed into you.
Yes.
It's part of your genetic makeup now. It's just part of you, just like you never. When's the first time you realized that Tragos Amargos made you feel like a real Mexican? There's a first time, because every other time you'd heard it before then, nothing. And then all of a sudden, one day, you heard that shit and you wanted to scream your ass off.
And like Ramon Ayala's a little bit different because I listened to Ramon. My grandpa liked Ramon Ayala a lot, with Cornelia Reina, the old school that,
yeah.
And then in the I was telling Mike Gonzalez from the Iconics too, like when Jimmy put out that album, you know what I mean, in like 1999, same time like when Ramon Ayala came back out, and like you know when he went like mainstream, when that norteño sound took over, you know. I can still remember, bro, that 1999 2000 range when Ramon Ayala came out with a vengeance, bro, and like damn, man, I burned that CD up, bro, like burned it all the way to the ground, man. And then I was telling Mike when Jimmy was the first one with the auto tune, bro. He was auto tune before T-Pain.
Yeah.
He did the song with Elia Reina and and then the other one he did. Oh, but he killed them, bro. Jimmy killed those, man. Like that album too. I was telling Mike, shout out to Mike and Mike Gonzalez and the Iconics and D. Marie and all of the Iconics and all of the Gonzalez family, man. And man, I was telling Mike, I said, damn, bro, I destroyed that CD. At that time, at that same time, I was jamming like the 1999 range, 2000. It was before I got married and I just got out of high school. Jimmy Gonzalez's CD, Ramon Ayala, and Fito Olivares. He had La Cobra. Bro. Fito Olivares was out of control, bro. Like, again, I didn't grow up like really listening to that so much, but like Fito Olivares, I probably knew every word just because how many quinceañeras you've been to, how, you know, like,
and
you can't go to a family of Mexican at Tejano event and you're not gonna hear that.
The white people leave there knowing how to sing that shit, bro. The white people leave there singing that at work the next day. Not even know what the fuck they're talking about.
You see people, you know, when Fito comes, you know, people play the air accordion with Ramon or, you know, Slash and Van Halen, they're playing the guitar. With Fito, I seen people doing the I'm probably doing it wrong. He had the little I gotta cover it down, you know, the Kenny G one, but shit. Man, he was killing it, man. Shout out to JoJo, man. Appreciate you tuning in, JoJo. If you need some sound, get with JoJo Hernandez, one of the best sound guys in the business, man. The Silver Cup, hey, man, it's just water, bro. Just water, man. Shout out to Justin Sainz, man. We appreciate you tuning in. Shout out to Mario Diaz, man. We appreciate you tuning in.
Just grape juice.
Just grape juice and apple juice, man. We're keeping it healthy. How we sounding, man? Everybody, I didn't even ask that. We sounding good? We sounding clear? Everybody good?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear? Old school style. Can you hear me? But we're here with our special guest today on the Mundo podcast, episode number 10, with our special guest, Chris Q from the Powerhouse Servicio and Grupo Fijo. Appreciate you tuning in, Dion, man. We appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Let me see. We got a question, man, from Rick Sanchez, bro.
All right.
Says, what's your input on the Slack Lucky Joe caught behind his new bus? Y'all think, what do you think that the hate's going on behind it? Because they all don't think of it first. So
it's
so
always,
look, you know, Rick gonna throw us a curveball. We're gonna please the audience, right?
We are, okay.
We had a set list, and now somebody from the crowd.
It's all right. This is good. This is good.
So let's talk about it, bro.
If anybody's talking crap now, it's because they didn't think of it first.
Hey.
Because you're always thinking about, damn, why didn't I do that?
Yeah.
Right? And somebody else did it before you. You know, somebody else went to ask for this and, you know, got that. So, I mean, it would be it's kind of late for everybody to jump on the bus and try to do the same thing, you know, because but always somebody first that does that, you know, and can't hate it.
So I'll speak honestly. For me, I wouldn't do that.
No,
but that's just me speaking, right?
Yeah.
I was in a bad automobile accident, bro. I never did a GoFundMe, never did a barbecue benefit for me.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people even knew outside of the day I originally posted.
Yeah.
And I was hurt, bro. I didn't work for like 8 months. I sold things that I needed to sell and I survived and I got through it. Because that's just Isaac De La Cerda, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he's wrong for that. That's just me personally. I wouldn't do it. But I do amend his genius in that, right?
Everybody's got, like, you know, thought of something before everybody else did. Everybody thought of how can I promote myself in a certain way, or how can I use this platform or whatever to promote myself or to get ahead or do this. And you know, it could be a one-shot deal. It could be something that everybody does. or it could be something that doesn't work at all, you know. And if it works, you know, and people are okay with it, you know, that's cool.
I will say this though, shout out to Lucky Joe, because he asked for his audience. He didn't ask just anybody. He asked for his fan base if you could support him, and they came and supported him, bro. Like, hey, glory to God, bro. It's honestly a beautiful thing, right?
Yeah. They always say if you need something, just ask.
Hey,
Right?
Who you telling, bro?
Just ask. I mean,
Yeah.
they can tell you yes, or tell you no, or ignore you. But you know, that's good.
You know, he did it. He got his bus, big tour bus, and then he even donated. You know what I liked about it, bro. To be honest, like I said, I wouldn't do that, but that doesn't mean I don't recognize. Like, just because it's not right for me, it didn't fit what I would do, doesn't mean I'm hating on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
He was able to raise the funds to get his bus for his band first and foremost as a lead singer. You know what I mean? A lot of burden sometimes fall on your shoulder. You know, I know you're on an older, not in age, but just in time, band like a powerhouse at Viso, and even Grupo Fico with JR and those guys. But you know, just because you are the front man, a lot of questions, a lot of things get pointed at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, talk to that fool, talk to that fool, talk to that fool.
You know, and you know, Lucky Jordan did what he needed to do to get what they needed. You know, and I'm glad that he was able to. And then, you know, the best part of it was he didn't take more than what he asked for. Did you?
Yeah.
Now, if he really went on behind the scenes and did it all like he said, I'd have no idea. I'm gonna say he did because that's what the man said he did. I'm not gonna disagree.
And I'm really counting on him living up to that promise of serving free popcorn and pickles on his bus when he's doing gigs.
Damn.
Yeah, you can come on the bus and get free popcorn and pickles and what else?
Grape snow cone, though.
Grape snow cone.
Pinche raspa. That's all we need left.
Grape soda.
With all that money, he could have got a snow cone machine. He's gonna have the Snoopy one. Remember the old one back in the day?
That's his thank you. That's his thank you. I think it's a nice gesture.
Yeah, no, and you know he donated the extra money. You know, so you know that was a good gesture on his part. You know what I mean? By not taking more than what he asked for.
Right.
And you know the support that came for him, and it was all his own people, bro. Yeah. So you know, glory to God for him, man. And then he says, you know, with the hate that he's getting from it, like we talked about,
It'll
bro.
Pass. It'll pass.
Yeah, you know.
It'll pass.
And I guarantee you, everybody that posted any kind of hate or anything like that, they're all thinking, "Oh God, that
Why did I do it first,
bro? Why did I not do it first?" You're always gonna be criticized for doing something first, good or bad. You know what I mean? You're never gonna make everybody happy.
Literally, you beat them to the punch.
Yeah.
So I mean, you want to be where they're at. You hate they got there the way they did, but you know, you don't have to. Just you know, there's opportunities people take.
Yeah, bro, and
good for him.
It's great for him, bro, and I'm happy for him. And you know, I'm hoping, you know, he's able to, you know, grow his fan base and continue to grow and push La Onda de Tejano. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's about first and foremost. I know sometimes, you know, everybody gets into cliques and you know. Get selfish with things, but at the end of the day, and I know people are gonna get mad at me for saying this, we are in a dying genre, you know what I mean? And all the fighting amongst ourselves among that kills it even faster. You know, you can't grow with hate, you can't grow with negativity. Only positivity can grow. You can only create with positivity. You know, nothing can be built with negativity and negative vibes. So maybe that was something you want to do or something you would do. Congratulate him and keep moving on, bro. You know? He's, you know, he wasn't like the preacher that was like, I need a G Air One pilot plane. I need all my donations to give me because God wants me to get to that next town faster. God doesn't want me to stop and have to refuel my old plane. He wants me to fly straight over to the next stop.
Robert, do you hear that? Go ahead and go fund me for a plane.
Yeah.
We need a plane.
You need a plane. Viso put Chris's face on the side of it, dog.
Right on the front, right on the nose cone, right there.
Like Freddie Fender on the water tower.
Yes, sir.
Put your face on the side of the plane.
Yes, sir. We need a plane.
Yeah.
But no, that's all good, bro.
So let's watch another video, man. We got a video I found on Facebook, man. Some live footage of the Powerhouse at Viso. Shout out to LM Media Solutions. That's where I got the video from. Let's take a look at this one, man, and then give us little second behind the scenes to get
Yeah,
caught up. So
Lupe Moya, he does that. He does a lot of videos for Tejano artists and other
Wow.
artists. He does music videos and stuff like that. Does a really great job.
shout out to Lupe Moya, man, and LM Media Solutions. Shout out to my boy Rigo Rodriguez, man. Appreciate you tuning in, Rigo. Hope all's going well with it. Y'all check this one out. Let me know what y'all think.
Ese mundito de amor junta corazones y causa dolores para escribir canciones. Nunca te fui río, te busco y andas perdido. Por ahí, estúpido Cupido, quiero hablar contigo para decirte en tu cara que la culpa la tienes tú. Estúpido Cupido, quiero hablar contigo para decirte en tu cara que la mujer que Cristo viste no era para mí. Come on, that's how. Yeah. Come on. There's something on your mind by the way you look at me. There's something on your mind, honey, by the way you look at me. And if what you're thinking brings happiness, will it bring misery? No, please don't try to tell me no. I think I understand. No, you won't have to tell me, pretty baby. I think I understand. You want me to try to forgive you? Well, I do the best I can.
All right, man. I think, Chris, I think maybe I clicked the wrong video, bro. There was a black guy on stage, bro. I think that was
you don't have to tell me, pretty baby.
I think that was Leroy up there with Aviso, bro.
That's my other personality.
He's
He's my other personality. He's the Fifth Ward side of me that comes
out.
I love doing R&B and soul music, and it's always been something that I've been fortunate that this band and these musicians are just capable of, taking me somewhere else where I can just kind of ride the wave.
Yeah, bro.
And just be with it and feel it and be in the moment. So, I all the credit to them. I don't take none of it. I just ride the wave, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's a beautiful ride, bro.
It is.
And that's why I like Aviso, because y'all could do the Tejano stuff, some oldie stuff, some cumbias, it ain't just one shot.
Switching gears.
Yeah, bro. So speaking of Adviso, man, I know they've been around for a long, long time. And Sarge, I know Sarge, he does a lot of stuff at the VFW and, plays with Little Johnny and the Heartbreakers at times and, plays with some other bands. So Sarge is behind the drums, man. Who else we got in Adviso, bro?
We've got on horns, we've got Kenneth Easton that plays trumpet alongside Robert Dorantes, the leader of the band. And we've got on trombone, we've got Inocencio from Conroe, Garcia, and we also have on sax Tori Trevino. And the rhythm section, it consists of mainly Vic Nash on the guitar, Mr. You said Sarge on the drums, and we've got on bass, we've got Mingo. Yeah. And then on keyboards, usually, we've got Ralph, and then we've got another good dude that fills in with us as well. But it's usually been the same guys for years, man. I've been there for so long. It's really easy just to stick with the program, stick with how things are done. Always try to be on their level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they got a level that you have to match all the
time. For sure.
So, and it's way more them than there's a me.
Yeah.
So it's always be at their level, because that any other way, it just wouldn't work,
Yeah, you're on stage with some legendary people there, bro.
Yeah,
and it's a lot to live up to. And you're like the Wu-Tang Clan, man. You got 30 motherfuckers on stage.
Right. And I gotta act like I know what the hell I'm doing when
yeah.
Because it's you're ahead of like a train that's going, on the tracks. The way Sarge plays, the way this whole band pushes you, you're at the head of that. And you got to make sure you're on your game with them. So it's a good ride though.
Yeah,
have a lot of fun. And we got a lot of stuff coming up.
Man, let's hear it, bro. Let's hear it, man.
Let me see. Let me look this up. We got Aviso's going to be at El Social in Houston on May 4th. Aviso's also going to be at the Houston Tejano Nights in Houston, 5/19. We're also traveling to Illinois to perform out there for the Tejano Festival on 6/29.
Wow.
And I also got some gigs coming up with people. A lot of that stuff is private for now.
Okay.
But there'll be more stuff posted that I always put up and where we're going to be at with Fijo and Aviso. Aviso is also going to be at the House of Blues coming up on October 9th. So there's a lot more stuff that gets put in there and shifted around.
So the House of Blues is now the rooftop, right? I think so, bro.
All right.
I think not the House of Blues. No, I'm sorry, not the House of Blues. It was Warehouse Live.
Yes.
The rooftop, But
that's right.
But anyway, the House of Blues is some legendary shit. That's where I got that painting right there from the House of Blues, bro. And it came out of an accident, right? One day I was on Facebook Marketplace, and a guy was like, "Come, I bought this painting for $1,000. He had it for like $800 all the way down. He's like, free painting. I bought it from the House of Blues. It's got a certificate and everything in the back." He's like, I'm flying out tomorrow. If somebody don't call me in 10 minutes, I'm throwing this shit in the trash. and you can see, man, I like paintings and stuff, and it's an original painting.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a guy playing the guitar, and it looked like, shout out to my boy Pirelli from the pharmacy, man. He looked just like him. So I was like, let me go get it. So I drove like an hour from here, and the guy called me when I was on the way there. He was like, man, you still coming? I was like, hey, bro, I'm coming. It's just, hey, I live in Baytown. That's a long ride. He was like, man, if you don't mind, stop and give me a pack of cigarettes and a soda. I was like, all right, man, I got you. It was $1,000, $1,500 painting,
Yeah.
So, you always hear people's bullshit. You don't know if it's true or not. So I pull up to the house. He's sitting in the garage. He's sitting on a suitcase, and the painting is right next to him. Nothing else in the house, bro. He sold his house. He's like, bro, I done sold everything. I'm leaving. My Uber's picking me up here in a little bit, and I'm gone.
Take this.
Yeah, he was like, that's why. He's like, I appreciate it. He's like, I don't even have a car right now. That's why I asked you to give me some cigarettes and a drink, because I don't have a ride.
Yeah.
And he's like, but I'll give it to you. And then on the back of that is from the House of Blues, man. So
we've done that. We've done House of Blues a few times already. So it's always been a lot of fun out there. So I'm looking forward to it. And so hopefully there'll be some stuff filling in those gaps. And
yes, of course.
And I'll be posting it out there on Facebook.
Yeah, man. So y'all follow Chris, man. Chris Colonja.
It's a
No,
big
Quiroga.
Quiroga. That's a I thought my last name was unique, bro.
Yeah, no, it's not that hard.
But I like better the Chris Q because it's more.
That's why I switched
It's more
to it.
mysterious.
I switched to it because so many people ask me, how do you pronounce it? So it's just easier to Chris Q.
The Chris Q was nice, bro.
Yeah.
It fits you. Like
It fits
when
me.
I look at you, you look like a Chris Q.
Because the Q is round.
No, bro. You got that, the bald head, the goatee, the glasses too. You know what I mean? We're men of stature. You know what I mean?
That's
so
right. That's right.
you look like a Chris Q.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what a Chris Q looks like, but you look like.
I am the example of a Chris Q. All right.
Put you in the dictionary. So how did you get with Aviso, bro? Let's keep it going, man.
Well, Aviso was in between singers, and I think I helped them out a few times on accordion, and eventually they called me in to do a few rehearsals, see about doing some gigs. I think they were just in a spot at the time.
Yeah.
And I was just looking for something different to do, try something out. For me at first, that really wasn't my style of music. Then as I started doing it, I started realizing this stuff is too hard for me. So I was like, but then it became a challenge. It became something like, no, it's not too hard. I can do it. I can step up. And I've been, trying and doing everything that I can. We've been in, done recordings. We've done a lot of great stuff over the years. So, it just seems like it's worked for us, And I like being a part of what we're leaving behind.
Yeah, bro.
What we're doing together. Because I've known these guys. I've seen some of these musicians come in the band and pass away, and still the other ones that are still here. It's a family. So I can't see myself bailing on them now.
Yeah, bro.
So it's been a good thing.
And it's like as a new singer, right? And I know you've been with them for a long time now, but I'm just saying, like at the time, man, that's some legendary people you're stepping on the stage with, and they're such a tight knit group.
Yeah.
And it's like now all of a sudden you and me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, that's a pressure-filled situation.
For a while, I felt like I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
I feel like, what did I get into? What? I'm not ready for this. I don't know all of this music the way they did.
Yes.
They knew it because they grew up listening to it. I'm learning it like I just heard it yesterday, and I'm trying to convince them that I can do this. So I had to learn it really quick.
And I'm sure, like how my uncle, shout out to my uncle Joe Molina from Los Remores, man. I love you, Theo. But like my Theo, he didn't know how to play music other than by ear, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's some musicians in the Aviso, and I'm not playing disrespect. I'm sure that all them guys maybe can read sheet music. My Theo cannot read sheet music. He just learned it, just because they bought him a guitar or a bajo, and he listened to it from shout out to my other uncle, my Uncle Seven, from the Cortez family. He learned it just by hearing it, and then he learned to do it. My Theo can't really teach nobody because
that's the way he learned.
He just learned it by hearing it. You know what I mean? But now here you are trying to, come into such the Wu-Tang Clan, right?
Yeah. And
now not only are you in the Wu-Tang Clan on stage, but the spotlight's gonna be on you, bro.
And doing something I didn't think I was ever gonna do. I didn't think I was ever gonna sing.
Yeah.
I got on stage to play saxophone when I first started.
I thought you were gonna say the dance, like the tawa tawa.
Yeah.
Like
when I first got on stage, I was playing saxophone.
Yeah.
And then I started playing keyboards. Then I learned accordion.
Yeah.
Then I started doing backup vocals. So I never thought I'd be stepping on stage to
sing. Yeah, man.
So it seemed the first. So I was just waiting for the time whenever the bottom was gonna drop out of this, and I was gonna be like kind of revealed to like, you go back to the minor leagues.
Yeah,
you know
bro.
what I mean?
Man.
You don't deserve to do this right here, but we stuck it out. We've been together this long.
So shout out to my little cousin Lydia. Shout out to LC Desserts, man. You need some cookies, some treats, desserts, pies, candy, cookie, all that kind of stuff. Get with LC Desserts. She's in the Gulf Gate area. So if you're on the Gulf Gate telephone area, get with LC Desserts. Shout out to my beautiful niece, Maritza. I love you, baby. Hey, she likes the hat, man. Come on. So what did you do, and how were you able to get past that fear and that uncertainty of, because that's such a powerful line. They're called the powerhouse of Viso. Like, it's for a reason, bro. You know what I mean? There's guys, there's legends in that group. You know what I mean? Like, and here you are now, just getting out behind the mic.
Right.
How and what did you do? What were you able to do to get past that fear, to believe in yourself? Because this is what I tell people too. Like, I'm a man of stature as well, and I hold myself who I am. But I battle depression and anxiety and everything else, just like everybody else, bro. Mm-hmm. But I'm able to conquer my fears. You know what I mean? And that's something that's very hard, because there's times I'm in a meeting and I'm thinking to myself, I'm with people that have doctorates, master's degree, bachelor's degree, and I joke sometimes because I'm in a big meeting at work, and I'm sometimes on the other side of the world, and I joke with people, and they're asking me for advice or a scenario. And I'm like, hey, I'm just about to local from the streets. Like, what are you asking me for?
Yeah.
But I know how to hold myself for that, right?
Yeah.
And I've worked hard to build myself up who I am. And I believe in myself. That's the first step, right?
Right.
I believe in myself. I believe in me. I believe in what my dad taught me. I believe that in that belief, I know I can take a step, even though I can't see. Mm-hmm. I know I'm strong enough, smart enough, and witty enough to make that next step.
Yeah,
because I'm not scared to take that first step.
A lot of it is in your personality and in the way you see that you're going to handle that challenge, And for me, with Aviso, I had to compartmentalize the fact that, okay, this whole show is hard.
Yeah.
All this music is hard. I don't know it. It's kind of difficult, some of it for me to sing, but this whole thing is hard. So am I going to sit there and be scared by the whole thing, or look at what are my most problem areas? So I started breaking it down. Yeah. What are the parts that I need to work on more? What are the things that I need to really tighten up more, so that I can fake it till I make it?
Yeah. Hey, well, you're doing a beautiful job, bro. Hey, you're doing a beautiful job. That's a lot of fake.
Right, but see, at that point, you're learning.
Yeah.
You're learning. You're training yourself.
100%.
You're getting everything. You're paying attention. You're doing what you got to do in order to make it everything right, and or at least make it what the band wants and what the leaders of the band expect of you. So I was always asking them, "Is that all right? How'd you like that? How'd you like that?" Whenever I did a song and I heard them, giving me props for how I did that song, I knew I was on the right track. So that kind of gave me an idea. Okay, now let's try to fine tune this song.
Yeah.
Let's try to make this one better. Let's see what we can start doing about bringing my personality out now.
Yeah.
Now that I've worked on the songs, the lyrics, and singing them right, and now I need to act them out. Now I need to show people I'm feeling this. So I always kept criticizing my work, myself, making sure that I was taking steps every time to try to do something better, to try to improve the show, because I was never done trying to impress.
Yeah,
it wasn't only impressing to me. I wanted to impress those who are bored with seeing me.
Yeah,
to me, if I could get those people which is usually the band, that have seen me do the same thing over and over, night after night, if I can do something that gets their attention, and they're like, "All right, that was pretty good, dog."
Yeah.
Then I feel like I earned a stripe that night. So I feel good about it. So that's kind of the motivation that I have. It's always just keep trying to get better.
And I'm a sheepdog, right? And it took me a lot to realize that. And I don't take shame in that. Yeah. I am who I am, and I know what I am. I need instant approval, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm a perfectionist. I was beat to be this way.
Yeah.
It was perfection or nothing. So there's times I step outside my comfort zone. But again, it goes back to that belief in myself. It's the building blocks that are within inside me that allows me to step outside that comfort zone, because I know who I am inside, and nobody can take that from me.
Right.
And I know I can step into the darkness and provide light, because that's what God blessed me with. Right?
You got it.
Let me write that down. But on your case, like bro, the heart and the determination that took from you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like I commend you for that, bro, because there's levels to everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Eviso, the powerhouse of Eviso had Joe Bravo singing for him, Bonnie Mauricio at times, and countless, Jay Perez, sing with them, bro. That's some fucking talent, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not sure, maybe the younger crowd don't know Joe Bravo, but Joe Bravo is fucking cold-blooded.
If I'm gonna be on a CD next to these guys,
yes, bro.
My track that I sing on has to get your attention just as much as
Yes.
theirs did. So I know that when I go in the studio, that I have to deliver.
Yes,
I have to. I can't sound like, what's this shit? I can't sound like that.
Shout out to my good friend Bonnie Mauricio, man. I hope you're doing well. We'll get you back here in Houston. Bonnie is one of the best conjunto singer. He's got his own style, but
Yes,
man, Bonnie is a character.
he is.
And man, he's a good friend, man. Shout out to my boy Bonnie Mauricio. And like I said, man, now for you to, and if you don't know Joe Bravo, hey, if you listen to Conjunto and Tejano, you don't know who Joe Bravo is, type in Joe Bravo on YouTube, man. Joe Bravo is similar to you.
Yeah.
He does the oldies, he does the Tejano, the Conjunto, the cumbia,
Yeah.
Joe Bravo's got that voice similar to you, bro. Where I'm not saying you sound like him or he sound like you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what you're able to do, the dynamics of your voice, and the ranges that you're able to go to. There's not a lot of people that can do that, bro.
Yeah.
Because conjunto is a certain style, right?
Yeah.
Tejano is a certain style. Cumbia is a certain style.
Yeah.
Oldie, but the power of your voice, the soulfulness of your voice, you're able to step inside boundaries and break boundaries and step inside genres where people maybe should be like, hey, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
But you're able to compete. And that's what it's all about.
That's why I like doing country too.
Yeah.
It gives me that same opportunity to emulate and do that music and to get into a personality, get into a vibe that otherwise, I'm not able to do. Because with certain songs, you can't sing, like some cumbias sounding like a country singer.
Yes.
Because, so I like to get into that zone, into that, almost that character.
Yes.
So, in that way, I really enjoy it.
Yeah, bro. Give me some more shout outs, man. Shout out to my boy, Big Tank the Boss, shouting out from San Antonio. Hey, man, we got a song coming out from the pharmacy world. It's a surprise song. I wasn't supposed to let it out, Big Tank, but I couldn't help it. So we got a song coming out from the pharmacy world featuring Big Tank, Sal Mex, and my boy Big Tone, man. We got a three city video coming out soon for Big Tank, Sal Mex, and Big Tone, man. Y'all stay tuned with us for that one. We got Dorita. Shout out to my amiga Dorita, my family right there, man. Familia. Salud, Dorita. And then we also got Grupo Fijo tuning in. What's up, brothers?
There they go.
Hey, there we go, man. Shout out to my boy JR, man. When I tell you JR is more than a friend to me, bro. JR is a fucking brother to me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of people like him, man. Shout out to Grupo Fijo. The day, getting off track, one little side note, between my relationship with me and JR and Grupo Fijo, I already knew JR was a stand-up dude and a good dude, bro. But we had a Cantura Fest. Shout out to the TLM movement, the Texas Lowrider movement, John Lamanza and all his guys, man. I host and we do a lot of stuff together and stuff like that. We had a Cantura Fest and the DJ, the sound guy, forgot the drums.
I was there.
You were there, right? You were there. That was you were just coming aboard. You had a show in Austin, right? You had to go to. And you had to get out, but JR's like, hey, bro, what can I do? He got in his truck, bro. Okay, let me time out, like Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell. Time out. What is one of the when I go to an event, I ain't fucking leaving, bro. Like as an entertainer, right? Quote unquote entertainer. When I'm there, like I get there, I don't want to fucking leave. I don't I got to get my mind right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's times I left my money back at home. I left my bank, my change. Yeah. I've left my banner. I left something at home. I call my daughter. Look, my daughter. She's like, "Where's my shout out?" Hey, the most prized possession I have on this planet, bro. Speaking of, how do we get to this point? You know, my daughter is the most spoiled, rotten little girl on this planet, man. My most prized possession on this planet. Where's my shot? I love you, baby. You know that. But I have to call her, my son Giovanni, and be like, hey, I need you, my son. Hey, motherfucker, get to the fucking house. Get this, and I need you to meet me here because I left it. You know, because a lot of people don't understand, bro. All look at her. Now she's running me up, my daughter. Now she's blowing me up. But you know, people don't understand, bro, what all that goes into it as a promoter and entertainer. Like, bro, if I leave my sunglasses, in which I had in okay, look, how I'm dressed today for you, it's how I typically dress, right? Yeah. And if I leave my sunglasses, dog, that's not me, right? You know what I mean? Like, and I've done it before. And you know, one time, it wasn't that I was nervous. I had a lot going on that day, and a lot going on at work. And I had put my sunglasses in my jacket pocket. And I was telling my wife, God damn it, I left my fucking glasses. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be cussing. I left my glasses. And then I had to go to the whole event without my glasses, bro. And I got home and they were in my damn jacket pocket of my jacket the whole time. But I like having my glasses. It's my personality. It's my character, my monkey suit. You know what I mean? It doesn't take me for me to be like this, to be in my zone, but it's what I'm known for, right? So I'm providing it's my character, and it helps me get into character. You know what I mean? So shout out to my cousin Craig, man. He says, "Yo, I thought I was your most prized possession." You are, bro. You are. You know, Craig went to Milby too, man.
What up, Craig?
Romo, you may know Craig, man. Craig went to Milby too, man.
I know Craig now.
Yeah, Craig, man. Shout out to Craig Romo, man, and Mary and Stevie. Rest in peace to my cousin Stevie, man, and Big Steve Castro, man. What's up, Craig? I hope all is going well with you, man. Then my cuñado, Wandle, mi negro, no te llorando ahora. Te quiero mucho. See, I speak Spanish, bro. When I speak Spanish, I sound Puerto Rican. So, like, you know, some people that don't know why I speak the way I speak, you know, are like, man, why is this Puerto Rican guy doing?
Yeah. It just comes out like that.
Bro, I'm born and raised in Houston.
Yeah.
My grandpa was born and raised in Houston. My dad, my kids, me, my dad, my grandpa.
That's how we sound. Yeah. We were born and raised in Houston. This is how we.
So I already have that natural urban sound, right? I talk fast. I'm jive turkey. You know what I mean? Like, so when I went to the islands, I learned to speak Spanish. So I talked to a lot of people from Puerto Rico. So I speak Spanish, but I speak Caribbean Spanish because that's the way I learned to speak Spanish. Yes, I correctly know you're supposed to say uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. But if I tell you, I'm going to say uno, dos, tres, cuatro. If I tell you, ¿cómo estás? I won't say it like that. ¿Cómo está? ¿Todo bien? ¿Está bien? Like, that's just the way I learned to speak.
It's actually just a little quicker, you know.
But see, it matches my speaking pattern.
Yeah.
Because I'm from Houston and I speak fast and I speak urbanized, you know, where I speak fast already. And then when I talk, like at work, right? And you know, there's times I've give meetings, there's 3,500 people here. And I was a young man, you know, giving a meeting in front of all these. And I know how to talk and hold a crowd, you know.
Yeah.
And afterwards, you know, the old Mexican guys are like, "Mijo, está bien feliz contigo." And I'm like, ¿dónde estás? Y los I couldn't speak Spanish. And then I could see their face went like,
yeah, he don't know shit.
Puro cactus face. I'm like, oh man, oh, you're killing me here. But then when I learned to speak Spanish and I speak Spanish, and they're like, yeah, well, Puerto Rico. Like, man, I'm not Puerto Rican, you know. I gotta explain the whole thing, man. Yeah. The good thing is I speak, read, and write Spanish now, so you know
that's good. That helps, man. That helps.
So look, man, we got my daughter. She says there's only one person that's for first place, and my cousin Craig says he wants the second place. He can pound that silver medal. You're right, man. Shout out to my beautiful daughter Alexis. I love you, baby. Shout out to my cousin Craig. I love you too. How about that? I'm gonna say I love you too, Poppy, but hey, in the islands, you know, like, you know,
Poppy.
Yes. And then here, I remember, like, when I first got back, I had told somebody by accident, and I was like, "Hey, Poppy," and they're like, "Yeah,
what you getting at?"
I've never even called my own dad.
You're right.
I've called my dad, sir, a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I've never called him Papi, Daddy. You know,
It was always Pops. Me.
I couldn't. It was Dad, Sir, or Motherfucker.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the only thing we could call him.
Wow.
You know, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
I got to take a drink to that. And Craig knows. Craig knows because I think Craig even got whipped by my dad before. My dad wasn't ashamed to whip cousins, friends. You're in the vicinity.
That's how old school parents were, man. Shit, we was at the house acting up. Got it.
But my dad's a young man. My dad, the same generation as me. What's he even whipping me for?
Yeah.
I should have told him square out, bro. My dad was a big dude, man. He took advantage of us when we were small, bro.
Yeah.
And I caught up to him. Hey, bro, slow down, man.
Yeah.
You know, we're the same size now. I'm bigger than you, bro. Don't do this, dog. Look, man, Alexis and Craig going back and forth.
Oh
Man, no shit, bro. So now that you got past it, right? And when did you feel that you were a member? Like we all sometimes, right? Like even at me, right? Whenever I start a new job, sometimes or I start a new project, it takes me a little bit, right? Like I know how to carry. You know, it takes me a little bit to get situated with everything and figure out where the boxes are at. You know what I mean? And then I start becoming me. You know what I mean? And it's not that I'm never not me, but I'm a big personality, bro.
Yeah.
And I got to make sure everybody around me is good with my personality. You know what I mean? And when did you feel that, like, hey, now I could be me? Like I'm a part of Aviso now.
I think
you know?
it had to be once I was really comfortable with the music and doing the songs and doing, you know, like, and I was actually delivering a performance instead of just trying to keep up.
Yeah.
You know, because when you have that feeling like, you know, you're just doing okay, you're just doing enough to stay in.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing. But when you're doing something that you get a certain reaction for, or you know, you feel that you've definitely excelled at it today, you did good, or you're on a good pattern, or you've actually you got something going on now, then you feel more ownership for it.
Yeah.
You feel like you deserve it. You feel like now you can walk out there stomp a little bit more.
Yeah.
You could really like look people in the face and feel confident and stuff like that. So once you feel like that, I think, you know, you're pretty much set. Like you think you feel like you're ready to take on the next challenge.
It's like being on a new basketball team, right, or a football team, or something,
Yeah,
right? And then you can notice it, right? Because then, like you said, like Sarge behind the drum, you look and he gives you that.
Yeah, because
you know,
for a long time they don't have confidence.
No, but then
You
you
know?
can feel it, right? Because then you can see them feel it. You can hear it, right?
Yes.
You can see them. Okay, maybe he can do this.
Yeah.
And they're playing a little more with you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. So you feel that, you know, and I love to kind of just groove to that and know that, you know, that we're doing right, we're doing good. So, and that's been for a while. You know, that's been for a good while. We've done a lot of challenging gigs, you know, where, you know, I know like I've had problems with my voice and I've overcome.
Yeah.
And then there's been ones that I just barely made it through.
Yeah.
There's ones that I've had to get bailed out by like people like David Modest bailed me out.
Yeah.
On some gigs that I couldn't sing, you know, and so I've been through a range of things myself, you know, so I kind of know when you have a good night, man, you're blessed.
Yeah.
You're blessed because they're not always going to all be like that.
And, you know, we were talking, you know, before we started, bro, a thing too, like life happens, bro. And then, you know, and I have a lot of friends from every walk of life, people that, you know, play professional athletes, musicians, this. And as an entertainer, nobody wants to hear your bullshit. Nobody wants to hear your sad story.
No.
Nobody cares you just got divorced.
Or
nobody cares
or
that
you were sick.
Yeah. Nobody cares you ate too
last
many Whataburger that day. Your jacket's feeling a little tight. You know, nobody cares.
Your sugar's too high.
Yeah. Nobody cares you left your glasses. Nobody cares that your whatever happens, right?
You're still right.
They are going to live vicariously, and they want to go to be entertained.
Yeah.
And you're the puppet right there.
Exactly.
And they don't care what happened. You know,
the dancing monkey.
Yes, bro. That's why I say I'm in my monkey suit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the story of the Italian painter. My grandpa always would tell me, I come from a very line of Yodas, right?
Yeah.
When I talk to my dad, it's like talking to Yoda.
Uh-huh.
Everything you did, it's fucked up, and they know 1,000 ways you should have did it better. When I talk to my grandpa, it's the same thing.
Same
My
shit.
uncle's the same shit.
Yeah.
You know, hey, I saw what you did. Hey,
Yeah.
you're doing good. You did good. But
Yeah.
well, if I did good, what's the point?
I know.
But you know, that's like the Italian painter. You know, he drew a picture of this. There's the crying clown, Gillespie, whatever his name was. You know, in the epiphany. I mean, not the epiphany, but the irony of that. You know, why is a clown like with the sad face and nobody knows what that clown's going through. You know,
Yeah.
you take off his paint, he's just a man. He's a human.
Yeah.
You don't know his mom died, his wife left him. You know, he spent his last $2 on the hot dog. You know, or put the last $10 in his vein. You know, you don't know. You know, all you know is you want to see a clown with the smiling face come across that stage and dance for you, bro.
Right.
You know,
exactly. And that's what you're expected to do. You're expected to, deliver the same every time. You know, it's you just got to sometimes shut some things out and just do it. You know?
And that's where like you just got to get on stage and click on, right? Like you know, it's like I've been telling this story. I coach my boys in baseball, and like I'm trying to get them to understand, like when you step out into the baseball diamond, it's time to play baseball. And my other son, shout out to my little boys Chico and Ali, and my son Yanni and my son Giovanni. You know, like whenever you step on the basketball court, it's time to play basketball. Like everything else has to go, and it's the same thing at work. Shout out to all my boys in the petrochemical industry, all my brothers in the inspection world. To a good friend of mine, Alex Ramirez. You know, right there, man. Alex and I have the same exact birthday, bro. Birthday twins, same exact day, same exact everything, man. And we both do what we do, inspection. But you know, like I tell my guys, man, when you come through that gate, you got to leave everything at home.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you off experience, bro, there's been times where I have to go to my truck and cry because of things I was going through, you know, a divorce or my kids were sick or something's going on. But I'm at work now, you know what I mean? Like I got to take off I got to forget the world and do my job because that's how I'm getting paid, bro. And sometimes it sucks, bro. You know, it sucks because we're human and we hurt and we feel and we live, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I couldn't fathom what it'd be. I have to step on a stage and
with all that burden,
with burden on me because like with me, I have to talk to people and then I can be like, okay, look, when nobody's looking, I can run to my truck and cry if I need to, or
I have a period before I go on stage where everybody sees that.
Yeah.
Where they see that. And usually everybody that I've, in bands with now, they see that and they just kind of like, they walk right around me.
Yeah.
They just ignore it. But for me, that helps me get centered. It helps me, I just focus on just breathing for a little bit, relaxing. And then there's a switch that I flip and everybody knows that it's like, boom. And I feel sometimes, I get so into it, I'm almost out of breath, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's times when, I'm just so excited, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's almost like that all the time. And I like that feeling. I like that rush. I like that that ability to do that. And then once I'm done, just to switch it off.
Yes.
And go quiet again. You know what I mean? That's just me. There's one person that gets up there and performs and does all that. And that's one personality. And then I get off and I'm just chilling. I just want to relax, take it easy for a little bit and get ready for the next set,
like myself, bro, I'm a very loud and obnoxious person. and people think like I'm crazy or like in everything. But I'm the most law-ordered and structured person there is, bro. But I was beat to be this way, right? Look, my cousin is asking, where y'all gonna be performing next. I'll post it on my Facebook after the show, we're at Viso, and then you can also catch Grupo Fijo. And then hell yeah, Alex, shout out to the Scorpios, man. Like I said, my good friend Alex, we had the same exact birthday. Same day, same month, same year, same everything, bro. Born the same exact days.
Corsican brothers.
Yeah, bro. And then my cousin Marie. Shout out to my cousin Marie. Everybody on TikTok, man. I ain't forgot about y'all, man. So now you've gone through it from Adviso. Let's check out one more song, man. This one's you, huh? Right here, right?
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good. I was listening to it earlier, man. So look, let's check out one more song from Chris Q with Adviso, and then we'll get to, you know, kind of more current to where we're at now with you know, the Adviso, and then the, you know, your journey into the conjunto world, bro.
All right. Let's do it.
Here we go, man. Let's check out this one. Adviso, solamente los manos de Dios. Yes, sir. Yeah, check this one out. Here we go.
Solamente la mano de Dios podrá separarnos. Solamente la mano de Dios podrá separarnos. Nuestro amor es más grande que todas las cosas del mundo. Yo sé bien que nacimos los dos para siempre adorarnos. Nuestro amor es lo mismo que el mar, cristalino y profundo. Solamente la mano de Dios podrá castigarnos. Las demás opiniones, mi cielo, me salen sobrando. Yo seré para ti nada más, te lo digo llorando. Cuando tú me trajiste tu amor, ya te estaba esperando. Nadie sabe ni pueden decir las cosas de amores, porque todos se entregan borrachos de amor en el mundo. Es por eso que quiero gritar sin matar ilusiones, que mi amor es lo mismo que el mar, cristalino y profundo. Tú no puedes dejarme de amar, ni yo de adorarte, porque estamos unidos del alma, quién sabe hasta cuándo. Solamente la mano de Dios podrá separarnos. Cuando tú me trajiste tu amor, ya te estaba esperando.
Man, that was jamming, bro.
That was Horn City, baby.
I love it though, bro. To be honest, I love it, dog.
That was one of my favorite CDs to do, honestly. It had a lot of good songs that, and I know a lot of people that said I could listen to that CD from front to back.
Yeah, bro.
And it was a great project. I love doing that. All of them had their, highlights. Every CD we did with Aviso, And also, by the way, you can get those Aviso CDs at avisoband.com. That was from Ralph Garcia. And let me see here.
Aviso Band.
Yeah, avisoband.com. And that's where they can order the CDs. And that one's available as well. But you know, of course, that was my first CD with them. And I was just so impressed, you know, for me to actually put out, you know, be part of something so polished and so good. You know, I was really proud of it. You know, I was really just eager for everybody to hear it, you know. And I think there's still, you know, places that haven't heard all this material yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Unfortunately, you know, a lot of this stuff, you know, just gets heard locally. And if there was a way for us to get it out there more, which this helps us to do that. So I appreciate that. You know, I hope everybody likes the material, likes the stuff that we do, you know, wants to hear more of it, because there's tons of good stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So we got Alex Ramirez. He said, that's a good one. Reminds me of some old school stuff. Then my cousin Marie gave us a big thumbs up, man. So I know people are feeling it, bro, and they like it. You know what I mean? And that was from Horn City, Aviso, Houston's powerhouse.
Yeah.
I feel like I got to talk with that.
Houston's
powerhouse. Horn City.
I have this thing I do too when I introduce the band, you know. I started doing it, not just barely, but I've been doing it since I've been with Aviso. It's something about when they play.
Yeah.
That it gives me this feeling, and I go into my Michael Buffer.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen. And I just cannot help when I do it. Yeah. And I know it annoys the band members, because they're like, what are you doing? Man. But I mean, it's what I do. It's what I do. But I mean, I have a lot of fun with them.
You know, it's funny. I talked to Bo Corona on the phone, you know, and shout out to Bo Corona, you know, one of the best.
Does he talk like that on the phone?
Fucking exactly, bro. I was like, I talked to him. He's like, hey, how you doing? This is Bo Corona. And I was like, hey, man, you all right? Yeah.
I'm just sitting on the toilet.
And I was like, am I on live? Am I on the radio? Like, but, you know, Bo's been doing it for so long. You know what I mean?
Bro. See, and I try not to do that, because sometimes I hear myself. But, you know, when you talk, it's the same way.
Yeah.
It's like you're always on.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you don't mean to be.
Yes.
But now that's just you.
Yes.
You have no choice. You know, there's very many levels lower than you get of your personality. Then why, when it's like you got to strip away things from it.
Yeah.
To be almost dumbed down.
Yeah.
So that people can kind of feel you're normal. Well, hey, I'm not normal. You know, I am who I am. And I have a laugh too. Like, you know, we can be in the office and you know, somebody says something funny. Nowadays, in the last 10 years, I have this grandpa laugh.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I don't know where it came from, but now it just happens.
Yeah.
You know, so I try to control that, you know, certain things like that. But, you know, other than that, our voices are what they are. When people hear us or whatever, they can kind of tell we do something.
Yeah.
We're somebody. We're whatever. You know, so I enjoy having this voice that I have. I wish I could put it to more use, make more money with it, you know, do some voiceovers and stuff like that.
Yeah, bro.
I think I told you I worked on a couple of movies too. I did a couple of there was this local movie producer from Huntsville, and he had me do the first one we did was a horror flick kind of thing where I played a Texas detective, which was a little bit of a stretch for me, because I've always been on the wrong side of the bar. You already knew I was going with that.
Can I play jail inmate number? Can I play Vato Loco number 4?
Yeah, I was like, a cop, really? A cop?
Yeah.
So, you know, I did it though. I did all right. Then he did another one. He does short movies that he submits for these film festivals. And the second one that he did, I played a Mexican drug dealer. A little bit more up my alley. But it was fun. I enjoyed doing that. I realized that I enjoy acting too. Yeah. I did a Jim Adler commercial too.
The Texas Hammer?
Yeah.
That's you saying that's my Tio.
I played a biker. So, and supposedly it's not on a Spanish station and stuff like that. So I enjoyed doing that stuff. I found out acting is a lot harder than I thought.
Yeah.
Because when I deliver it on stage singing a song, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But when you're reading lines and trying to, invoke a feeling or emotion or whatever, it's a little bit different. But I still liked it too. So
Yeah, bro.
if ever there's an opportunity to do voiceover stuff like that, I think I'd do pretty good.
Hey, see, I think I tagged you on something before too on Facebook. I got friends that do movies and stuff like that, and videos. So look, man, if you need jail inmate number 4.
Nah, I can read lines though, bro. I can read lines.
I joke with you.
And I can do accents too, bro.
Yeah, I joke with you. If you need Chris, man, you need Chris Q for your
chicken
a movie
commercial or something like that.
Man.
To do a commercial for your taqueria or your taco truck, I'm here for you.
He got you, man. Shout out to my my cousin Joe Molina. You're not my uncle, Joe. In my family, there's like 1,000. I even told my grandpa.
Son tíos, pero no son tíos.
No, it was my cousin Joe. We have a ungodly amount of Jose Molinas in our family.
Oh man,
ungodly. Like 80% of my mom's family, Molina family, is Joe Molina, Jose Molina,
and the credits all
fucked up, man.
The credits all
just in my immediate family. I'm talking my grandfather.
Jose Molinas. They got it all like
from my immediate family, my uncles and aunts, my uncles, my grandpa's Jose Gil Molina. My Uncle Joe from Los Primores is Jose Gil Molina. My other uncle, one of my mom's younger brother, is Jose Luis Molina. Mm-hmm. Then my grandpa adopted, my step grandma's kids. His name happened to be Jose. And then my grandfather had another. He just passed. Rest in peace to Chavo. He just passed away recently, but his name was Jose Gil again.
And I'm sure somebody just had a baby they named.
And then I'm sure they named Jose Gil. Jose Luis, Jose Gil, Jose Miguel. Yeah. It's like,
that's the one I want to talk to and talk to him about helping me get a buzz with his credit.
Hey, I tell people, man, at one time, my Uncle Joe, from Los Primores, he lived in Oak Meadows with my family and my cousins and stuff. And we would go see my uncle, man. They had a Salina-sized tour bus outside his house parked in Oak Meadows, like on the sidewalk.
Okay.
They would tour, man. From Los Primores, from the band, They was doing good, bro. He had a big old, what do they call it? The Golden Eagle.
Yeah.
Parked like in the grass, like almost to his front door, all the way up to the sidewalk.
Man.
That
you would think, it would be great when we travel to be able to travel like that. But I've also been in some situations where I remember some of the guys laying on the floor of the van while we were driving through these these parts of Texas that had these big drop-offs and stuff like that. Sometimes I'm just like, man, fortunate we made it home during some of that, because life on the road really sucks, especially when you're coming back really tired. And, there's other people in the band that need to make it home and stuff like that. I mean, we all want to make it home, need to make it home, but some of us really, really are, striving to get home. Other ones of us don't really care, but when we get there. But it's rough, man, that, life on the road. So, to those that can get it, do it.
Have you ever been so tired you're like, fuck it, I'm going to lay down right here and if I... And I hate saying it like that. But unless you really know what it is, like, I think have you ever just laid down on the where you've been unsafe and you're like, if I die today, I'm gonna die.
There's one time I woke up and I thought I was dead. We had parked overnight and in a cemetery parking lot, the driveway of a cemetery, and it wasn't until the lights started coming out a little bit that we started to see the church, the tombstone, and stuff like that. But we had parked there. We were just like, oh, this looks safe. We'll stay here, And some people got out to go. I was one of them. Got out to go walk around. Realized we were at a cemetery. Yeah. So, yeah, it was. I guess it wasn't unsafe. I mean, that's probably one of the safest places you could be.
Yeah. Ain't nobody. But see, look, my Theo heard his name called. Man, my Theo heard Joe Molina, and he jumped on. And he said, "We used to do that too. That's not good. That's why we bought the bus."
Yeah, man.
But man, shout out to my Theo, man. Y'all gonna check out. He's got 2 albums out. We put out from the World is Yours Entertainment. They're on all digital and streaming services and digital platforms. Joe Molina and Los Rumores de Houston, man. Shout out to La Familia Tellez. You know, a lot of man. George Tellez plays the accordion. Jaime plays the bass.
What I'm thinking of the Tellez with the young accordion player.
Yeah, Isaiah. So when they're Los Tellez, the Familia Los Tellez, Isaiah plays the accordion and sings. Yeah. Freddie plays the bajo. George plays the bass, and then one of the sons plays the drums.
Okay.
But when Los Rumores, it's my uncle singing. George that plays the bass from Los Tellez plays the accordion.
Oh,
yeah, he's a badass accordion player. He taught Isaiah how to play the. Yeah. I just bought my son, my little baby son Ali, an accordion, a Panther, a Homer. So George is gonna start teaching Chico and Ali how to play the bajo and the accordion, man. You know, because speaking of the accordion, the accordion is used in every music. My wife's from Dominican Republic, and they have a music that's called típico, and it's all accordion based. You know what I mean? So like I always joke on Facebook, Chico and Ali are gonna be the only people that play salsa, merengue, típico, bachata, conjunto, tejano, guapango, cumbia in the whole world, bro.
I gotta hear that.
Yeah, bro. So I bought my little boy Alejandro a Panther accordion for him, the Homer, and George is gonna come by and start giving him lessons, bro. So I want them to start, playing, and Chico's gonna play the bajo and the guitar, man. So
nice.
You can see I got all these instruments here, but I don't know how to play.
Oh, nice.
I don't know how to play with the shit, but
I learned the accordion a while back when right after the saxophone and the keyboard. But since I'm left-handed, I flip it upside down.
Jimi Hendrix style.
I flip the straps, I flip everything. So I'm playing it on this side, and it made sense to me. I did pretty good. I enjoyed it. But that's one of those things. Like I like playing the accordion, but I like standing out. Like I like being in the front.
Yeah,
but it wasn't enough front for me. Like I wanted more, so it felt like, lead singing was the next step.
I'm ambidextrous, bro. I'm left-handed, but then I do a lot of things right-handed.
That means you can swim underwater, right? That's amphibious.
That's amphibious. But then also commonly mistaken as you like men, but I was like, no, I'm not bisexual. I'm ambidextrous. Motherfucker means I can use both ways. Not that both ways. Not that kind of both ways. I can use both hands.
And still you got to clarify.
And still you have to clarify for some people that maybe not, they went to Milby. I mean,
Los cochinos.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I picked up a lot of mañas at Milby too. Yeah.
You have a good night, Alex, man. I appreciate you tuning in, bro. You need to come by and jam out with us, man. Alex is a guitar player. We used to play rock band on Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
we
should get together, do a little jam session in here.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. That'd be badass, man. I will make some food.
Some oldies and stuff like that.
Shit. I got everything. We can set up the PAs. I've had big reggae artists from Jamaica.
The only thing you're missing out there is the pool, bro.
I'm planning to build one, no bullshit. Like on this side, I don't want it to be real deep, but I'm gonna build a little pool right there on that side. Just
nice. A grotto,
just to get wet.
A grotto,
just to get a little hog trunk, a little feet,
a little duck pond.
Yeah, just to get your feet wet, man. Alex, I appreciate it, man. You have a good night too, bro. I appreciate you tuning in, man. We got Julio Guzman tuning in. I appreciate you, and Alex.
What's up, Julio?
Alex Santana, appreciate you, man. So let's get into where we're at. We're running out of time, and we can talk all day, bro. And I appreciate you, man. So you've been with Aviso for more than a few years now, and y'all been doing a lot of great things, and you're a really good band. And what made you decide to get with the conjunto style now with Grupo Fijo, JR, and Grupo Fijo?
I was looking for something else to do, like something else to keep me occupied, keep me. I noticed that I needed more vocally in order to stay ready.
Yeah.
And to stay to a certain level, like
yeah,
like any like performer or athlete or whatever, you can't just perform the day
Yes.
or be ready to play or physically be ready to do your best if you're only doing it once in a while.
Yeah.
You have to have more practice or just, for me, getting up on stage was the practice that I needed, because I won't sing by myself. I won't practice at home. I won't do that. I gotta be on stage. I gotta be delivering that show to that level for me to feel like I'm doing something. And for me, I just needed more work. I needed more work.
Yeah, bro.
And I enjoy conjunto music, you know, and I enjoy what these guys are doing, you know. So I was like, you know, yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's go do some stuff. You know, let's get out there. I like the music. I like that, you know, JR gives me opportunity to help, you know, with the selection of the stuff that we do, you know, and I tried at the beginning just to, you know, just kind of be real silent.
Yeah.
And be just the singer that comes in and just does the songs that they do. But that's not my personality, bro.
Yeah.
I had to get in there now. So I had to start saying, well, let's try this, let's do this. Let me add this. Let me take this.
You started fitting in, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, and because we have to start manipulating, but not, I don't feel like it's in a bad way. I want us all to sound good.
Yes, bro.
I know that the level that we have to deliver.
Yeah.
I know that the level of musicians that we're sharing the stage with is one way, and we're expected to be that good or better, and we have to have a signature sound, and we have to really, you know, work hard to get that. And it takes a lot more practice than just doing, you know, waiting for the gigs and that's your practice.
Yeah.
There's got to be a lot more work put into it. You know what I mean? Just like anybody that a boxer or anything like that, he's shadow boxing. He's always doing something away from the main event. It's the main event's not the only time he gets in there and gets warms up and gets ready and he's ready to go. So that's what I want to do. That's what I want to make sure we're ready to do. Get in the studio, record, get some stuff, you know, out there and see how it goes. You know, just we never know. Yeah, but I'm enjoying it while I'm doing it. I'm having fun.
Yeah, bro. And that, you know, that's what I try to tell my boys, you know, with them getting into sports now. And, you know, you have to, the practice is what makes the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
The game is when you go show off what you've been practicing.
Exactly.
You know, the practice.
That's when it looks effortless.
Yes, bro.
But
practice.
you put so much work into looking effortless.
Yes, bro. The practice is where you figure out, what am I not doing? And I need to do this better.
Sharpen things.
Sharpen. Hey, we need to sound better here. I can do this better here. As a vocalist, I can give me a second to really bring this out, and then just as in anything, become a group, become a unit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's why I tell my boys, like, you can't come to practice and expect to just say, well, it's just practice. You have to come to practice to work harder than you ever worked, so that when you do go to the game, that's time to show off. Now you're on the stage. Now it's time. The bright lights are on, and everybody's shining you, you know, and everyone wants to see you. Now it's time to do what you've been practicing
and smile.
Yes,
enjoy.
Yes,
because that's what I tell about the guys is that when you're performing, if people see you smiling and enjoying it, that is a signal to them that it's effortless for you.
Yeah, man.
And that you're having a good time with it, and that they can relax and have a good time.
Yeah.
If they see you looking down at your instrument the whole time, or just focused off on something else, looking like a deer in the headlights, that affects how they see you. So when I perform, I try to make sure that I engage with people. Yeah, I show them, you know, I'm having fun with this, you know, and come have fun with me. Let's have a good time, you know. I try to make sure that they see that, so that it's just the experience is so much better like that.
Exactly, bro. And you know, like I told JR, you know, the first time I heard y'all, man, I was like, wow, man. Hey, man, Chris is bringing something to you guys, because they're a good group. You know, they were a tight knit band already. You know, as far as the music goes. You know, and shout out to JR and, you know, Alfredo and Fredo Jr. and Tony on the bajo sexto. You know, like you know, them guys was really good already. You know, and you bring a dynamic that not a lot of people could bring. You know what I mean? The range that you can sing, your soulfulness, that's not really hurting, because, you know, I'm not saying it's not needed in conjunto, but conjunto's more the stripped down version, right?
Yeah.
You know, and people didn't understand, like, conjunto music was made for, originally was like the ranch workers.
Yeah.
After they got off of work or on the weekend, you know, hey, Tocayo knows how to play the accordion,
Yep.
and I can play the bajo, and somebody can keep the cans, you know.
And somebody with a smoky voice.
Yeah, and it would just, you know,
Background,
singing just on the campfire,
Yep.
or singing over the barbecue and drinking some beer. You know, the Tejano became the dolled up version, the tassels and the leather pants,
Mhm. Yeah.
and the, you know, and the jazzed up version of it. It took it to another level. But it's really neat to see you able to, not saying step down, but bring what you bring to the conjunto style, bro.
Mhm.
Like, man, if you haven't seen Grupo Fijo, man, you need to get out there and see them, man. It's one of the you know, best groups here in Houston that's, you know, pushing the genre of conjunto music, and not a lot of people know. And it's not, I don't know if they don't know. It's just what we need to start figuring out. What can we do more to get the conjunto spotlight here in Houston, man?
Right.
We have a lot of great bands, you know. The Grupo Fijo, Los Rumores, Los Teyes, Conjunto Foreplay, Bobby Imposible, you know, in Lawrence, Jose Siqueira and Ramon, you know, Sensible, you know, and Raul Silva, JT, you know, there's a lot of great talent, and forgive me if I didn't give you up. And Mr. Tony's Los Centellas, you know what I mean? Like, I could keep saying, like, because there's just so many, bro. Like, you know, Juan Gonzalez. There's a lot of people here in Houston that are phenomenal conjunto musicians, bro.
Mhm.
And I only wish that there was a way I could, whatever I could do to bring an avenue to present that. You know what I mean? Like, man, it's not out of the realm of possibility, bro. Like, I mean, soon, if I can have something where San Antonio does like a 3-day, 4-day conjunto festival, you know, I want to do that here in Houston, you know, and I've challenged my you know, other promoters, my you know, like, shout out to my good friend Tejano Loco and Danny Ovaje and Bobby, you know, with the Hangout events, Rick Sanchez and the President Cantina, and my boy Caesar with the Squeezebox promotion. Like, and even Roy Mesa said recently, you know, like, hey, there's no hate on my end. You know what I mean? Like, Mike, what am I hating for?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want a little slice. I want the whole fucking pie. You know what I mean? Like, and there's no way to have the whole pie unless we all come together and do something where everybody's showcased, and we're pushing as a movement and as a group instead of one individual. You know what I mean? And that's my goal. That's what I want to do with Conjunto here in Houston. You know what I mean? And
I mean, I've been fortunate enough to, like, I've done some shows with MC2, with Imposible, you know, as well, and even with you know, Sandy G, those guys, you know, like, I've shared the stage with them, and I like when we collaborate. When we get together and we just blend it all, you know, and you know everybody's like, man, isn't that from that dude from so and so? And this, bro. And now we're all, you know, jamming together, you know. So
and that's the way I do a lot of my shows, you know, like you know, I like going mano to mano because there's maybe people that get there a little bit later, a little bit early, and maybe they came to see you guys and they didn't get to see you. So I like going mano to mano. Plus, I like the competitive of it, right? And I don't ever believe like, oh, these guys are the first band, second band. Hey, bro, everybody's here to do a job, you know. Like, I envision in my mind when I promote shows, everybody's here to put on the best show they can put on. And if somebody comes on before me, if I was an entertainer, I'm like, hey, man, these guys brought it. I gotta bring it, you know. And and then we got some time at the end. We do a big jam session, you know. And shout out to, you know, Conjunto Firme. Like I said, I know there's so many bands here that I could keep shouting out, you know. And every show I've, you know, almost every Conjunto show I've done, I love it, bro, when we do like a jam session at the end and just get everybody together. And, you know, this guy from this band, this guy from that band, and you know, we jam it out and finish out the night, bro. That's something I really, really like. It I may not show it because, you know, I was raised not to show emotion, but it puts a smile on my heart, bro.
Yeah,
because that's raza, bro.
Unification, you know.
Yes, man.
And I mean, definitely, Aviso does that a lot, you know, with the other people that we work with when we do like a jam session with other people. You know, we've had we get them on there at the same time. You know what I mean? And it's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, bro.
Like that.
Yeah, bro. So you know, we'll finish out the night. I know we've been talking for almost 2 hours here, or over 2 hours. And shout out to my Theo. He said he's gotta be at work at 4, man. Love you, Theo. Good night. Have a good night. We'll see you soon. What's some of the differences though between Alviso and Grupo Fijo? Not saying as in what's different, good or bad, just saying like what is the difference between having to do like the Tejano and the cumbias and then versus the conjunto? Like what kind of mindset do you put yourself in, or is it the same?
The mindset usually with the conjunto stuff is a little more raw, a little more aggressive for me.
Yeah.
I feel like that. I that's the personality I have. With Aviso, it's a little more refined, a little more exact. So I'm a little. I pay attention to like the like kind of like making it sound nice and smooth.
Yes.
With Aviso, and with Fijo, it's I want it to sound a little bit more raw, a little more, like aggressive.
Yes.
So I have that different, personalities I put on for both of them, and I feel that, you know what I mean? Like I take what I need from the musicians that I'm playing with, and that's how I get motivated. So
yeah, bro.
They do a lot for me. Do a lot.
I mean, and I've seen you with both Aviso and I've seen you with Grupo Fijo, and again, bro, people can say, "Damn, suck him up," but I mean, I'm just telling you what my ears tell me, bro. And the soulfulness you bring to both, you know what I mean, and your sound, it's distinctive, bro, and you can hear it, you know what I mean, and that's something as a fan of yours and a fan of music, I appreciate, bro.
That's
because
all I can hope to have done is to accomplish that,
bro. Because when it's Aviso, it's one. When it's Fijo, it's another, and it's still Chris Q though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know you separate them, but it's still Chris Q, and it's you, and it's your sound. You're not trying to mimic somebody. No. You're not trying to say, well, he sounds like this guy or this guy. You're trying to be you.
Because for a long time, that was my goal, was to mimic people.
Yeah.
And then I started realizing, I was like, I'm too good at mimicking people now.
Yeah.
And I need to get away from that. What do I like?
And
what do I want to do?
And see, like, I'm not a singer by no means, right? But my problem is I can't never find my own voice, because in my own personal life, I've always been good at mimicking things, like as a comedian, right?
Yeah.
I at work, I joke with people, and I'll call somebody and act like somebody else, and they will never believe it. They think it's the So it's hard to find me.
Exactly.
I'm like the morph, the mimic, right?
You could get lost.
I'm lost. I've been lost in translation. You know what I mean? Because there's Isaac's voice, but I don't know where's it at, because as a comedian per se, that's part of my comedy. I've always been able to do that. I've always been able to impersonate people, so it's like, I don't know where to draw that line to say, okay, no impersonation, this is really you, For me, I can do that in my speaking voice.
Yeah.
Like, even though my speaking voice is very similar to my father, because there's times, bro, that I'm speaking to my kids or to guys at work,
and you sound like your dad,
and I'm fucking looking at, I'm speaking
as your dad,
but in my mind, it's me looking at my dad speak to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? But in my speaking voice, I have a clear line.
Yeah.
But as like a songwriter or singer, I don't have it. I can't. It's so lost, and it's so lost now.
Yeah.
I channel people, similar to if I had a talent like Billy Joel. Billy Joel writes his songs, but I've listened to a lot of interviews with Billy Joel, and he's like, okay, I wrote Uptown Girl, but when I wrote Uptown Girl, I was thinking of Frankie Valli. So now that you know that, take it back and listen to Uptown Girl.
Yeah.
That's his interpretation of a Frankie Valli song.
Yeah, yeah.
When he wrote You Had to Be a Big Shot, he was thinking of Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
So but he has the talent to pull it off where it still sounds like Billy Joel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's the motivation. But
yes, he's inspired.
Yeah.
But like for you, I don't ever feel like, I don't hear that. I hear you, and that's, And I know you were saying earlier, we're like, hey, bro, shit.
Yeah, I've worked hard to cover that.
Keep doing what you're doing. You know?
I've worked hard to cover that.
Right?
Because that's been a conscious effort to do that.
Yeah, bro.
Because I mean, every time I hear something, I was like, does that sound too much like this? Does that sound too much like that? And I'll stop and I'll listen to it, and then I'll tell Ralph, no, let's do it again.
Yeah.
I don't like the, I don't want to hear that.
And we're all inspired, bro, because that's the human nature, right? You know, like, I have a really good memory, and I listen to a lot of musicians, and I study the craft, and it's like Joe Perry from Journey, Steve Perry, not Joe Perry, Steve Perry from Journey. He was mimicking Sam Cooke with the call and then receive it.
Oh, okay.
Cupid, drum accurate. He took. Now you hear that? Now listen to any Steve Perry song. It's Sam Cooke. He's mimicking.
Yeah.
All this song. So we all take influence or from
That's
something that we like, right? And then we make it. But then he made it his own, right? He's got that call in return, but then he took it and made it his own. You know what I mean? And I feel that's what you're able to do. I'm sure you were influenced, but then you make it your own. You know what I mean? And you were able to find what you want it to sound like. You know what I mean? And it's noticeable. It's distinct. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
And man, I mean, we can go on for forever, man. We're getting there, and I know you got to drive back, bro.
Yes, I got.
So look, man, y'all get with Chris. Y'all check out the powerhouse, the Houston's powerhouse. I gotta say it like that. Aviso, and then also Grupo Fijo, man. Grupo Fijo. I couldn't just say the powerhouse Aviso and Grupo Fijo. Yeah, but man, they're really good groups based out of here in Houston. So if you need them for a show, contact JR or Ralph.
Robert Dorantes.
Robert Dorantes. You can for a Grupo Aviso. Aviso. Sorry, I was gonna say Aviso and Fijo together. Aviso. Or JR, man, with Grupo Fijo.
Yeah.
If you look up Grupo Fijo on Facebook, he can get you there. Or you look up Powerhouse Aviso. Send them a direct message if you need a band for a quinceañera, wedding, divorce, party, a pachanga in the backyard, whatever you need, man. Chris said if the price is right, he'll show up solo, man.
Pool party, whatever.
Whatever you need, man. So it's been great talking to you, man. I really appreciate it, bro. I appreciate the insight, and I'm sure everybody, tuned in. We had a little technical difficulty, but we worked through that, bro. And I'm glad to, consider you my friend. And man, anything I can ever do to support and anything that I do, you guys are involved in, and that, man. And I hope that we can continue to grow as a community and people really can hear what we are about here in Houston. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of talent coming out of here in Houston, bro. Yeah. And we're not getting any younger, you know what I mean? And I know Alfredo, he's got his grandkids, you know what I mean? Ali, right? Ali and the accordion player, his grandson Trey, we had them that day at the Cultura Fest with the TLM, man, and that's the future, bro. Yeah. And it's badass that they're listening to it and continuing it because, like I've said before, with my Theo and Rick Mancha, this is our onda, bro. Yeah. This is us. This is named after us. Tejano music is named after Tejanos. Right. This is what we have. Yeah. And the more and more we let it go, we let that rope loose, sooner or later, that momentum is not going to be able to catch it no more. Right. You know what I mean? So, shout out to all the Conjunto and Tejano bands from, here in Houston and all over Texas that are still doing their thing, man. I know
what you're doing.
A lot of people put in their blood, sweat, and tears, and sometimes, the paydays ain't the best or the crowd ain't the best, but we still go out there and try to put on the best show, and there's a lot of energy and effort that goes to it to keep our onda and to keep our cultura alive, bro. Damn, speak a little español. Damn, man. So if y'all want to go check out, you can check out on YouTube. There's plenty of videos on YouTube from the Powerhouse Aviso and also Grupo Fijo, man. I know Mary, she has a video from their performance at Social. I think I posted some videos on my Facebook page. If you look up Isaac de la Cerda, you can see from the Cultura Fest, and we did over at the inn with my cousin Joey Molina. So man, there's a lot of videos all over the place. There's Adviso has all their CDs on all their digital and streaming services. So y'all can go check them out, add them to your playlist, and then Grupo Fijo has got some stuff in the works.
Yes.
And if I can do anything to help you guys put the album out from Grupo Fijo, let me know. You know, I have my own record label, and I've told JR that too, man. And
yeah, we're getting some stuff together right now. We've been just trying to gather some material together,
yeah, bro,
so we can record some stuff.
And you can see it, bro. You and just to finish it out, bro. Like, man, y'all gotta come check these guys out live, man. Go check out Adviso, the powerhouse from Houston, and go check out Grupo Fijo, man. With Chris Q, you know, on both of those groups, man. It's something that you're really gonna be. I'm not gonna say surprised, but very entertained, bro.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Entertained for sure.
Grupo Fijo has gone to another level, bro.
We got something for everybody, so I mean, you'll definitely be entertained. We got a lot of good music.
So, man, on behalf of me from Ice on the Word Is Yours Entertainment, my special guest, Chris Q, y'all have a good night. God bless. The word is yours. What you do with it is up to you. We'll see y'all next week.
No weapon, I mean especially the world. Yeah, this world belong to everybody. And I got so much more to study. You think they hate me?